Hello, sumo fans. Are you ready for May?
May, it's nice out.
I know. Well, kind of. It's still kind of cold.
It was not what we wanted up here, but it was snowing like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, there was that day that I had to put the heat on in the morning and then put the AC on in the afternoon. That's always a joke, but it's real.
It's a real thing.
I'm always surprised when I actually have to do it, and I'm annoyed.
But May's here.
It's already hot in Japan, I think.
It gets... Yeah, they don't waste much time around there.
No.
And we're back in the Kokugikon. Everybody's going to be behaving themselves. May is usually the people behave themselves kind of an energy.
Yeah, everything's like settled out. Although we have many guys on here who are quite uncertain.
There's some uncertainty, but from a well, we'll get into it, I suppose. But from like a larger perspective, there's a lot more of let's see what's going on. Like there's not a lot of momentum coming in for anybody.
There's no runs or anything like that.
No runs, no, nothing for Ozeki, nothing for Yokozuna. Maybe some weird Sanyaku stuff, but
it's almost like a reset.
It's a bit of a reset. It'll be good, just to sort of sumo for sumo's sake. And I hope whoever was interested enjoyed the spring tour.
Yes, which, people were in and out. Seems like there's a lot of injuries again, which is concerning, but we'll see how everybody gets along. So let's start at the top, like we always do, with Hoshoryu, our top-ranked Yokozuna, due to the fact that he could actually fight.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade, but that's the unfortunate thing of we're in a bad spot here with number 2. But anyway, so it was not a dominant performance in the last tournament. He still was close. He's always in the Yusho race at least a couple days before the end of the tournament. And then, at least in this last tournament, didn't go right. Wasn't a factor at the end. Kirishima ends up winning it with... Did he win it with 2 days to spare? Like he won it on day 14?
I think he won on day 14. And then because he clinched the Yusho with a loss.
Right.
And then he lost on day 15. It was a very weird ending.
It's not the way you want to see it.
It's not.
And Hoshoryu is kind of the guy who dictates how the tournaments end. If he's really, really competitive and he helps push it to the last day, everyone's super psyched. But he's not the one who's been winning them. He affects them, but he's not the winner. And that's the saga we've been going through with Hoshoryu for a long time. We've heard a lot of stuff about, you hear the interviews and the word on the street, and we don't know what's true and what's not true, but that Hoshoryu is feeling a lot of pressure. It's getting really tricky for him. But his coach, I wanted to speak about him a little bit. Tatsunami is giving him the advice of just enjoy it. Now, Tatsunami never made it to Yokozuna. So this is like the dream of an Oyakata, right? You don't make it to the highest rank, but you raise up a pupil who does.
Make someone like who ascends beyond you.
Yes, and we're going to talk about this a little bit throughout this podcast, but in particular with Hoshoryu, he's a very talented guy with a lot of moves, which Hakaku called out for being too, frantic, I guess. If you don't have the solid, I can go to this and I win every time, it does create the kind of career that Hoshoryu has. If things are all firing on all cylinders and the other guy makes a mistake and he did the rock, paper, scissors and chose the exact right move for the exact guy, then he's going to win the Yusho. But if even the slightest thing goes wrong, Hoshoryu loses once and either gets a Jung Yusho or is out of the picture completely. So the nice thing about his coach, I follow the Tatsunami YouTube channel. I really loved the bowling video where they all just went out and bowled and had a good time. And in all these videos, Hoshoryu is laughing and enjoying things. That might be the best strategy for him because he's an intense guy in the ring and it's not working out. So it'd be really easy to go back home and tear yourself apart. And then what happens?
It's a spiral up from there.
Right. How many guys have we seen overtrained, get hurt, they're out, it's done? Where we're going to be talking about that soon enough. So I think he's in a good position having Tatsunami as his Oyakata. I think he's at least going to keep his mind focused on the present That's all Hoshoryu can do at this point, is be in the moment. And because I don't know, what are your thoughts on whether Hoshoryu can just hone in one or two moves and that can be his new style of sumo?
He's building towards being a Yokozuna, I think, a little slower than we expected. And now, whether or not he's hit his ceiling, I don't believe that.
No, I don't think
I also
that.
think he will inevitably win a Yusho, whether or not it's May remains to be seen. It's really just a matter of the expectations are piled so high, and it doesn't seem that Hoshoryu's able to match them 100% of the time. He cannot get to whatever level they want out of him in his current form and be like, yeah, I got this. And what sort of really pushed down on him from there is we had Onosato, who just seemed to be able to handle. He just shot up the ranks, and then his shoulder fell apart. And then we had Aonishiki, who didn't shot up the ranks. I think this is not by far not the last we've heard of Aonishiki. I fully expect him to be Yokozuna by year's end. But so for a while, Hoshoryu was always the why can't you do what these guys are doing kind of energy. And this is what's sort of nice about May for him, is that Onosato is in a weird funk and Aonishiki has to clear Kataban. So, I mean, this is not going to make his pile of expectations ever go down. I think this is just his burden until he retires, is that everyone's always going to want more out of him, whether or not he can give it.
Right. And the thing is, even if he does win a Yusho, like let's say he wins May, then it's like, well, now you got to win another Yusho.
You gotta win another
you got to win another.
Yeah.
And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy of, like you said, I don't know that he ever is going to do what, I don't know if he's capable of being exactly what people want because they just add another thing and another thing.
There'll always be a condition. Like he wins the Yusho in May. It's like, oh yeah, Onosato wasn't there. Of course you want it.
He should win.
He should win.
Yokozuna.
Well, yeah. You know, and then like, you know, if he wins July, he'll be like, oh yeah, there's no big deal. He's finally starting to do something. Or you're like, oh, you know,
he could win 10 over the course of his career and they're like, yeah, he's trash.
Yeah. Well, when you hit that, that was actually be like, well, he's not Dai Yokozuna. He's not really that good.
Right. It's like, well, that's what happened with the Hakaku comments of he only got 8. So.
Oh yeah. Like, I mean,
so he sucks.
Yeah. I mean, like for that, first off, like dude's a Yokozuna. We can hate Hakaku for about 100 different reasons.
Yeah. He might be a cranky old man.
There may be a lot of other issues with him that I'm not qualified to speak on. Dude was a Yokozuna. If he wants to talk crap about anybody in the ring, he's entitled, whether or not you agree with it, whether or not he's being nice.
Exactly. So we're in a situation where Hoshoryu is who he is, and his style of sumo is varied techniques.
Yes.
It's almost like it's the opposite, but it's almost the same as being a pusher thruster. Everything has to line up perfectly or you don't win. So I would just say for Hoshoryu, enjoy being a Yokozuna, like Tatsunami Oyakata says, and one day at a time. Maybe May is his Yusho. If it's not, well, we'll continue.
Well, this is this perfect example of the pressure sort of on everybody and not just him.
Yeah.
Because now people are going to go to Onosato just like, hell's wrong with your shoulder. They could go to
they're definitely going to throw some hate
we'll be there shortly. We go to Aonishiki, be like, gotta clear Kataban, dude. And they'll go to Kotozakura and be like, didn't you promise at your grandfather's grave you'd be like you can just they're just gonna go down the list on everybody.
Kirishima, I thought that you were different this time.
Yeah. I'm so happy for Kirishima. Oh my goodness. It breaks me up. We're not even there yet. It breaks me up that everybody's going to him and be like, well, are you Yokozuna? I'm just like, he just got back.
I know. Will you leave the man alone?
Let him enjoy it.
Yeah, I will say this though, Hoshoryu was actually consistent in that this is exactly how his top division career started. Remember he got up to the top division and everyone's like, he's Asashoryu's nephew. He's going to go crazy. And they expected him to rise the way Onosato did.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Juryo. Figuring out Juryo. 8-7, 7-8, 9-6, 8-7, 7-8. So we go. First double-digit victory in the top division is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A year in.
Yep, and then look at what he does the following.
Then
tournament.
he injures himself. 7-8, and now. Oh yeah. So this is
Hoshoryu.
Is the
story.
This is what it is. He's building. So he's not going to be the overnight sensation that Onosato is. He's not going to be the blink and you miss it Aonishiki sensation.
Nope. This is who Hoshoryu is.
This is a worker.
Yeah, he works and works until he achieves the next thing. And it takes him a little bit of time. So maybe if it's not May, maybe it's next May. I don't know. They can't afford to kick him out. A lot of people are like, he hasn't won a Yusho, he's going to have to retire. They're not going to. You're going
to kick a Yokozuna out on 11-4?
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
What you're going to do is you're going to scold him.
And you're just going to keep scolding him.
You're going to reprimand him. You're going to say, "You do better." You're going to do better because he's still, he starts doing 8-7, 7-8s.
Then
he
we
starts
can talk.
missing stuff. We'll have that conversation then.
It's a nice uncertain future, but I'm still putting all my support behind Hoshoryu, regardless of what happens. Okay, now we have Onosato. 4-11. Okay, so he's not really doing anything on the practice tour. He's not really doing practice bouts as far as we can tell. I have a feeling he is not going to be in for May. But it's, what kind of information you get. It's varied when a guy's injured. Like, they don't want to tell you too much, so you don't know the extent. He could be better, and they're just playing kind of coy. But I have the sneaking suspicion that it's not healing the way that they had hoped, and now they're in panic mode.
It's like if he's healthy, if he can actually fight at the level you'd expect out of Onosato, sure, throw him in, even if he's like 75% good. Like if it's, if it's all good in like sumo good enough, etc. Everybody's injured. Everybody's got a fractured who knows what, a torn what's and mots. It's 8-syllable word from the Greek dictionary, whatever. Everybody's got it. So if that's just what he is, then he can just go into May and get 12 wins. Sure, fine. If he can't, sit out.
Not only sit out, but we've kind of had this conversation, but this is tricky. No matter what decisions you make in Onosato's case, you could be regretting the decision. So unfortunately, this is feeling like a replay of his coach, who was Kisa no Sato at the time, but is now Nisho no Seki. It's almost like a direct replay. Kisa no Sato hurts the shoulder. Actually, it was the pectoral. So it wasn't exactly shoulder, but a similar area of the body.
He tore it.
Yeah, he tore it, and he chose not to get surgery. And he chose to stay out for at least a year.
7 tournaments.
Yeah.
I can't look it up on this.
Yeah, because once you retire, you're gone. So I think it was about 7 tournaments that he was out, and then he comes back on the 8th tournament, goes 0-4, and has to retire. So, of course, he's thinking to himself, should I have gotten the surgery? And now here we are with his pupil. Same situation. Months have passed since the injury, and they didn't get the surgery. Time is of the essence. They either got to make a decision right now, or they make the same decision that Kisa no Sato made, and they don't get a surgery and see if it can heal. Meanwhile, even if the injury heals, what kind of shape is he going to be in? Is he ever going to get back to a dominant position with a shoulder that's 85%, 90%?
That's the concern.
I'm worried for him.
I'm banking, optimistic, perhaps overly optimistic, that he's young enough to sort of bounce back from this in a way that Kisa no Sato couldn't, because Kisa no Sato was over the 30-year mark, I believe, when he was Yokozuna. So maybe Onosato, being so young, bounces back from crazy things.
If I were to do a positive vibe like you, I would just pray for medical, sports medicine to come up with some miracle cure.
It'd be nice too. It is maybe there is some compromise that involves non-surgical treatment, or a minor sort of
right, some little
a cleanup
intervention.
I'm not a sports scientist, but it seems to be, this is gonna be the big question we're gonna answer in May. And I almost would be relieved if he sits out.
Oh yeah, I think it would be a bad idea, because I think if he comes, he's going to lose. And then you're just hurting the shoulder even more. You're getting nothing out of it.
If he shows up on day 1 and somebody just blasts him out of the ring, I'm gonna hurt. I will be in pain.
I wish they could just do the Yokozuna ceremony even if they're not fighting, but they won't allow that. So
You got to be in there, yeah. So we'll figure it out. Will Onosato heal? Will he let himself heal? He has the same Yokozuna pressures that Hoshoryu does.
And now I'm starting to hear the murmurs, which I'm not surprised about, but I was kind of hoping that people would just be nice for once. And what was I thinking? The guy's in an impossible situation. He really is. What is he going to do? He got hurt. And now he has to make a choice that no matter what he picks, he'll never know if the other choice was better. This is the life of an athlete. So I hope for the best for him, but I am concerned.
Yep. If you see him show up in May, like, we are going to know first 3 days.
Oh, absolutely.
Immediately we're going to know. This is going to be, there's not going to be any ambiguity.
You got to hope that they're actually throwing all the doctors on him now anyway. Let's try this treatment, and let's try acupuncture, and let's try cortisol, and whatever. Whatever we got to try.
Good luck.
Yeah.
We want him to be the good Yokozuna, and that if that means he's not the Yokozuna for a few months, that should be fine.
Yeah, his coach was given a lot of time.
Yeah.
So, the precedent is set. Okay, Koto Sakura, 10-5. So, because of the whole Awanishiki collapse, Koto Sakura regains top Ozeki
he's
billing.
top dog now.
And it was a surprise but impressive March. Every time I think Koto Sakura is just down for the count, the knees are just too bad, he finds a way to just sort of get in there and grind it out and, make it look like his knees are okay. Not great, but okay.
Koto Sakura sort of reminded me of the recency bias that always comes, like, when you're in the middle of the tournament, and particularly like the few days afterwards, everything is just so fresh. You're so excited. So I'm pretty sure when we were done with Koto Sakura, like 10-5, he's doing really good, looking good. But I'm coming back and I'm looking at this and I'm like, that 10-5 may actually be the worst thing to happen to him.
Yeah.
Because on one, like, thinking about it, seeing the struggle, seeing like him ascend, and furthermore, like, you're expecting him to go back to being lone Ozeki. Because you're like, oh, Aonishiki's going to be Yokozuna, he's going to be lone Ozeki again, he's going to have to hold it together. And now there's 3 Ozeki, he's the top one.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't happen the way you thought. So good thing, again, the 10-5, like, it's the best Ozeki record in a while. It's been a lot of 8s and 9s.
Yeah.
Which we've also discussed in the past, how an 8 and 7 in his state against these opponents is still a good thing.
Right. He's keeping himself in there.
He's keeping himself in there. He's keeping himself relevant. So that is that Ozeki spirit that we always like to see. The only problem then is you're either going to be Yokozuna, which he clearly wants that.
Yeah.
Or you're looking at this 10-5 and saying, I'm still falling short.
Right.
Which that's not the way I look at this, but definitely the way that it can be seen.
Well, the thing that's going to happen is, let's say Onosato just either doesn't show up for a long time or has to retire, one or the other. It now renews. I mean, Onosato was the fresh face in all of this. Koto Sakura and Hoshoryu have been fighting each other a long time.
A while.
It renews that old thing that was going on. Maybe that does something for Koto Sakura. I'm not sure. But certainly he'll have one less tough competitor to go against.
Wondering. Yeah, so he does beat Hoshoryu and Kirishima.
Yeah, that was
Last
the weird
tournament.
match where Hoshoryu chose like a weird grip that really favored Koto Sakura.
He's 2-2 against Hoshoryu over the last 4 tournaments.
Right. They've fought each other enough times that I think it's a more even.
More even than you'd think.
Yes.
At least within the last year.
Well, I still remember that September tournament where Hoshoryu won the match by throwing him and then he hurt himself. So Hoshoryu is not going to want to be throwing that big guy too often.
Too many times.
And that actually benefits Koto Sakura because Hoshoryu loves the throws. Meanwhile, Koto Sakura can just plant himself. He's a massive man. He can plant himself and make you burn out fighting him. So
this is a potentially interesting prospect that you're bringing up, that if Onosato is out, then day 15 final match is Hoshoryu versus Koto Sakura.
That's right. It's a whole different ball game.
And that's, in a way, that's part of that Yokozuna pressure.
It is.
He's getting himself up there. ultimately May is going to determine how we look at the march in a way.
Yes.
And this is sort of where my jubilance perhaps in March turned into a more of a oh no.
Right.
Because if he does, now he can, he could do another 10-5 maybe, and then we're like, ooh, something's going on.
Well, the big question is, how much did he have to push himself to get that 10-5?
This is the big question.
Right. That's where you go into May and you're like, did it take a significant chunk out of his well-being, so now he doesn't have as much to give in May? It's a tough spot he's in. It's the same spot as Onosato, except knees for some reason, unless you really destroy them. Somehow these sumo guys, I don't know if it's the armor they put in, I don't know if the cortisol works better for knees. They seem to be able to fight through that a lot better than some other injuries, but still, he's basically handicapped compared to everybody else. So he's found a way to fight, but you have to consider stamina and endurance and the longevity. How much was it worth going that extra push to get that match if it tanks your next tournament? I don't know. You're not thinking that in the moment. I'm just saying, when you go back out and look at it, when you can look at things in hindsight, you'll wonder, I wonder what would have happened if he had just a little bit more to give in May, etc.
This is going to be the big questions going in and the big questions going out for Kotozaker. He's in a very awkward place. He's got some interesting things going on in his stable, though, with Koto Shoho rising up, Kotoeiho, doing well.
Doing well. It's not such a sad stable anymore. This is the what is this stable? This is the Sado Gatake stable. Yes. So I don't know if you guys know, but the stable master is Kotozaker's dad. That kind of stinks. I mean, the extra pressure of dad being your coach. Dad, as well. Yeah. Maybe that works in your favor sometimes, but he remembers what Grandpa did. So, anyway, I'm hoping that it is a less sad, depressing place with Koto Shoho rising up, Kotoeiho rising up. Maybe they can all
feed off each other.
Good vibes, that kind of thing. Give him something extra. Okay, now these vibes are going to be interesting. Aonishiki, Ozeki 1 West, down from Ozeki 1 East. 7 and 8 is now Kadoban. So we've seen this record play over and over ago with guys. Go on a Yokozuna run and everything falls apart. It's 7 and 8 is not the worst thing we've seen. We have seen worse records on a Yokozuna run. We've seen people get injured on the Yokozuna run and then it take forever to come back. So if you look at it like that, Aonishiki was 1 win away from at least salvaging his shin ozeki.
From a salvage, yeah.
Now, he definitely had a toe injury. I can guarantee that was a big part of why he underperformed.
Probably.
I don't think it was just everybody figured him out. I think people have more tools now to fight him. They've seen him enough times. But if you're a guy like him and your toe is broken, it's going to affect every part of your sumo. We've talked about this before with him where he's highly adaptable. I really am not concerned yet.
I'm not worried. Him getting 8 wins is like the easiest ask.
Yeah.
If he's fine. On it, and if you look at it in a certain way, he gets to Yusho now. He just pretends that March never happened. Because then he's going to be right back to where he was at the beginning of March, which is one more Yusho and he's Yokozuna. So
right.
I'm expecting a reset. Either it's like a soft reset and then he's a Sozeki again, or like the full reset, he gets the cup.
And with him, as long as he doesn't get injured anywhere else and his toe is doing okay, I still think it's possible for him to go right back to where he was. I think he's that good. I don't know why some people have completely abandoned him from one bad showing.
His work ethic is his biggest power.
Absolutely.
And you can't injure a work ethic.
No. You have to break all of his body parts for him not to be able to compete to the level that he's capable of. And while you say that he's been figured out, he figures out other people all the time.
This is just part of the sumo arms race. Like we talk about this more in particular, like with the smaller guys, like with the Enhos and the Midori Fujis. because like they need to be crafty and they need all the tricks. They need to figure all this stuff out, and then people figure those out, and then they need new tricks, and so like that kind of stuff.
It's just what it is.
So that's just what's going on here. Is that maybe a combination of the broken toe and maybe people being able to figure out a couple of his things, sort of like, it pushes back for him, but then now Nishiki figures things back out himself, and then he starts beating people in different ways.
You also have the momentum factor. Like, he was still working pretty hard and doing okay in the tournament. When you get a couple of bad losses in a row, it can just suck out all of your optimism.
There was a bit of a mental collapse going on with him in the middle days when he had that chunk. Like, there was a couple times like you could see like the slumped head, the pounded on the grass.
It happens.
It happens. Sometimes you just have a bad one. And to be fair, he was having a bad one and then got to 7-7 on the last day.
Right. So he was very close.
He was, like you had said before, one win. And instead of us talking about Katoban, we're just talking about loss, a soft setback. So It was pretty close.
So I think he's going to be okay as long as there's no new concerns physically. I expect double digits.
Yeah. And then also consider, and this is not going to happen, let's say he crashes out. He just needs 10 wins at Sekiwaka, and he's back at Ozeki. So, like, it's...
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities, and there's more positives to look at here than negatives. He is only 21 years old. He's in pretty good shape. A toe injury is it's so nagging and a pain in the butt. But it's a much more recoverable thing than your knees, your shoulder, etc.
Neck, back.
And meanwhile, like you said, this is a man who went 11-4, like his whole career. He knows how to get double digits. So even if he does fail again here, we still have no reason to be negative. Unless he looks really, really bad or something. But I'm not even worried. I'm not even going to bat an eye until September. I'll worry in September if things are still sliding down.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
I don't see it. I think he's going to be fine. Okay, now another man with the good vibrations here. Kirishima returns.
I'm so happy.
The grand return. He's been trying this for a couple years since that whole thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back in time. We've done this before, but we'll go back in time again. Kirishima goes on the Yokozuna run. Disaster. Then, before you know it, he just gets kicked right out of Ozeki, too. And it takes him all this time to even climb back up to Ozeki.
It's so amazing. It's such a good story. And in this situation, like, once you fall out of Ozeki and you stay out of Ozeki, like, you don't go
Most
back.
people don't come back.
You can't come back. And
we saw Churanoumi-Hakunofuji do it. But that was, like, an extreme case.
An extreme case. It is, like, you need extreme cases for this to work. And Kirishima has made such a case.
Yes, he has worked his way into being one of those special exceptions. And he did it for his daughter, who really wanted to go to one of the...
Such a nice story.
It is. Like, she wanted to be able to say, what is it, bonsai?
Bonsai.
She wanted to be able to say bonsai and see the fish and all that stuff. So this is cool. It's Kirishima, the dad, doing what he has to do for his kid, which is a very different situation than when you first come up and you're just living off the raw adrenaline of being the best. Now it's like, oh, my daughter really wants to see it. So it's gonna be tough for him, I think, if his condition... I feel like he is injury prone, and I don't think that's just like a bad system. I just think he's getting up there in age. He's had a couple of different injuries. We know that one is a neck injury. You know that some of these never go away. You just get to a decent shape. So as long as his training is going well and nothing goes wrong there, and his endurance, and he's getting some good sleep, and he can show up to the tournament 100%, then things could go well. But we could see the opposite too. And Father Time is a very cruel... So I don't know. I don't know what Kirishima to expect.
I am hoping that he's been Shin Ozeki before. He knows the Ozeki pressure, so he'll be coming in with an advantage over most fresh Ozeki.
And he won the Yusho. He beat Hoshoryu.
A lot of
those
momentum.
are the people you're facing up here.
Yeah, and
it's
beating
not
them.
different guys.
So I'm when he gets to 8 wins, I'm gonna have a nice exhale, a sigh of relief. I'm like, okay, Ozeki's back.
Just go 8-0.
honestly, like 8 and like I don't want to see an 8 and 7, but if he gets an 8 and 7, I'm just like, okay, he's back.
Right.
He's back. Back at Ozeki. No immediate Katoban. No crash outs.
No, like worrying on the edge. Can you look at his age real quick?
How old is this lad? 30 this year.
Okay, so he's now in that area where it can go either way, right?
30's right at the pivot point.
Yep. This is either you get your second wind and you just ride out your career in
birthday
glory.
was last week.
Oh, look at that.
Happy birthday.
Look at that. Happy birthday, Kirishima. Or you fall off a cliff.
Yeah. That's why
Yep.
I want that 8. No cliffs.
Get the 8 right away.
No cliffs.
As Ozeki, I mean, he'll be fighting who in the first week?
Daisho, Hiradoumi, Oho, Takanosho, Takayasu.
That's pretty decent. Like those are good matches for him, like favorable for him.
I maybe like a Fujiseun if they want to do Fujiseun dirty.
It depends on their mood.
It depends on their mood.
I'm gonna hope for positive, and keep those little nagging concerns in the back of my head, and maybe he'll go 8-0, and we don't worry about it at all.
Actually, he may not go. He might not go much further down than M4. Looking at this, because we have a lot of elite people. We got 2 Yokozuna, 3 Ozeki. That's like his entire second week.
Yeah. So as long as he does good in the first week, he doesn't have to be as concerned. But we do know he can beat every single one of those guys. And like I said, I'm not expecting Onosato to show up. I'd be shocked. Or to stay in. Even if he shows up, I don't expect him to stay in.
Looking forward to him.
Yes. This will be the good, happy, like, let's have a good time. Not
the victory lap.
Victory lap.
Just get to 8 wins, please.
Exactly.
Please.
Now we have Atamifuji, Sekiwaki 1 East, up from Komusubi 1 West. 9 and 6. So Atamifuji went from coming in and almost winning a Yusho to like he was good for a little bit, then meandering. Bottom of the Banzuke, middle of the
Faltering.
Banzuke. Looking confused, looking down on his luck. There's a little bit of Shodai in there. All of a sudden, the last couple of tournaments, he has consistently put on dominating sumo, doing some of the moves that we knew were his moves.
Always there.
Talk about the staples. Here's a guy using the staples. The Kimi-Dashi that very much looks like
the Terunofuji arm clamp.
Exactly. I mean, he hurt Wakataka Kage with that. You know?
Yeah.
If somebody gets clamped up and they know, man, I could be out for the next couple of tournaments, they might just have to give up.
Let it go.
So, I mean, that is a dangerous, amazing weapon that he is now finally confident enough to keep using. He has a little bit more of that fight in him. Like, he can keep going. In his rough times, he was letting off the gas so early in the match.
There was a lot of mental doubt, it felt like.
Yeah,
and
it just looked like he didn't believe in himself.
Yeah, and then also all of us were just like, wait, no, we saw something, didn't we?
We saw a spark, and now
we saw a spark.
It's gone.
We're starting to question our own what our own eyes told us, and now we see this.
Now, I heard stuff about cellulitis and diabetes and things like that, and if that were the case, just getting some of that under control would give you more energy.
That can give you, that could be that could be the X factor.
Right. I mean, those type of things affect you so, like, completely, your entire body, the way you sleep, everything. That if that stuff is just settled now, that could be part of it. Also, once you start to win, once you start to see the results,
you believe in yourself.
Yeah, and I do think he was doubting himself. So everything is going in the right direction for him right now. And I'm wondering if we're finally going to see the full potential realized that everybody sort of suspected was there. And maybe Isegahama is a really good coach for him specifically because they have similar I want to say similar body types. I mean, that big hulking upper body.
Raw power.
Yeah, like he might be able to give him a lot more tips on what works and what doesn't than some of the other guys. So it seems like everything's going well. You know, hopefully no scandals.
No recent scandals.
No recent scandals affecting anything. But we've talked about this plenty of times.
Yeah. Good.
Sekiwaki is like the worst.
Good news, Atamifuji. and Atamifuji fans, you have risen to your potential. You've reached Sekiwaki 1 East. You have proven to everybody that you deserve this. Bad news.
And now you have nowhere to go.
There is only one way to get a promotion.
Mm-hmm. And you have to do it 3 times. You have to get double digits 3 times in a row.
So, like, we do have the people that work through it. We'll have our Mitakayumis who work through it and then find their way to Ozeki.
Mm-hmm.
And then the quality of the Ozeki is not the point here.
You made it. That's all that matters.
You'll have the people who sort of like once they get this momentum, it never goes away. You'll get your Kiribayamas or Kirishimas who get here and then they just continue to build and they continue to build.
Yep.
Not that this is bad, but then you may also get your Takanoshos, your Daieishos, who get to this point and then just beat the snot out of everybody for 3 years at Sekiwake.
Until finally their bodies quit and then they can't maintain the position anymore.
And I'm going to tell you, all 3 versions of this Atamifuji, I cannot wait to see it. Mm-hmm. I want all 3 of them somehow at the same time. Can we split him into 3 people? Then we'll have our like dominant Ozeki Atamifuji. We'll have our eventual Ozeki, and then we have. So it really feels like you get like a really good Sekiwake guy in there, and it's just like he's your favorite dude.
Right, and he controls kind of how everything moves because he's having all the top matches, and anybody who's getting kind of close to the Yusho picture, throw him to Atamifuji. Like, there's almost this extra responsibility.
The aura.
Yes.
So we're gonna see the aura, I guess. It'll be the beginning of it in May, now that he's here.
We'll see how he handles the pressure. Like I said, he's been on a positive train. You know, you see some guys, they do all of their struggling once they hit here. I feel like Atamifuji did all of his struggling already.
They're getting that struggle out of the way. There is sometime I sort of want to sit down with the stats and do some weird, completely ineffectual research that I'm like, okay, if you're somebody who shoots up, what happens when you hit that adversity versus somebody who like grinds their way up? Like, does that help you? Or does it feel like it helps us because we just watched too much anime?
I know, right? It's like we're highly biased here by
we love this story.
Yes. Well, it would be interesting to see statistically who has a greater percentage of reaching the higher ranks and staying at the higher ranks, the guy who shoots right up or the guy who takes the slow path. We could do that math statistically and say, well, 40% that rose straight up, never left, versus, 20% who did it this way. That'd be a lot of work.
I'll see how I feel about work. I like ideas.
Yeah, right. You could sell the idea of, no, this is really important for the job.
Yeah.
You want to know this. You want
find out.
Okay, so good luck to Atamifuji. I feel like this is another case where it's like an even thing. Koto Shoho, very similar struggle into possible glory with Koto Shoho.
Oh, he's a big struggler, all right.
He's one of the biggest strugglers.
The poster boy is struggling.
Yeah, you put struggle and then put his struggling face on the poster. I mean, he doesn't hide it. So Koto Shoho went from Maegashira 5 to Sekiwaki 1 West. I don't know what we did on the Banzuke for that.
We had kept Takayasu at Sekiwake with the 7 and 8.
I was going to say, because I was actually surprised by this, and I'm like, did we call that? Because I didn't know they were going to put him in Sekiwake.
I thought they were going to look at Koto Shoho and say, congratulations, you're now Sanyaku, and put him in Kamasubi.
Yeah.
And then they were just going to 7 and 8 for Takayasu. That might as well be a Kachikoshi.
Right.
And they just leave him at Sekiwake 1 West. So that's how I put it. But they gave Koto Shoho the nod over Takayasu, and they put Wakataka Kage over Takayasu, which makes a little bit more sense, I think. But
maybe they finally said, "Listen, Takayasu, we've given you a lot."
Well, they're all sort of like, look, you're still in Sanyaku.
Yes,
you still got the streak. If you do 6 and 9 from here, we'll talk about it. We'll talk. Maybe we'll figure something out.
We'll find a way to keep you up here, buddy.
They do.
They really do.
And I want them to keep doing it.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. So Koto Shoho gets an 11 and 4. Is this his Sanyaku debut?
Yes.
Okay. Your Sanyaku debut is in Sekiwake?
Remember, Oho did this. He didn't touch Kamasubi for until his third time into
That
Sanyaku.
didn't work out too well.
It doesn't. I don't.
That's a lot of pressure to put on a guy from 5 to Sekiwake.
It's a weird jump.
I can't imagine the mental mechanisms that went into that decision. But
there are so many X factors for Koto Shoujo going into May that I really don't know how to call this.
See, with Atamifuji, I feel, he's worked his way into this positive thing. I don't feel that way about Koto Shoujo. I think he's going to get creamed up here.
It feels like, so again, like if you look at it, like after he got the random ass Yusho in July, then he sort of just like crashed out and then like regathered himself to the way that we normally expected Koto Shoujo to fight, in that sort of very spirited but not always there kind of fighting, and then like gets into those really good brawls.
Yeah.
And like there was some signs of improvements, and then all of a sudden he just shoots back up again. And it like maybe some of it is just everything aligns for him. There was also when he won the Yusho was when his brother.
Right.
Yeah, I am full on the conspiracy that having the fear of his brother outpacing him is notching him up 2 ranks.
I agree with you there.
100%.
There's something about him and his brother, because all of a sudden, Koto Shoujo is a different man when his brother comes back to the top division.
It is. And so here's the thing. So on one hand, the last time he did this, he got all the way up. He just got slapped back down. And the Sanyaku curse, despite recent problems, is still very real, particularly for somebody like Koto Shoujo.
Oh, yeah.
On the other hand, his brother's still in the top division.
True. I had not considered that.
Brother got 9 and 6. Brother's closer to him now.
And as far as I understand, Koto Shoujo's father is Master Roshi. So,
yes.
With that being said, there must be some family pressure, like maybe a friendly rivalry kind of thing, that we always talk about the X factors. Perhaps Koto Shoujo is going to do something. It is
just all X factors. We've got slight over promotion. We have Sanyaku curse. We have he never does well 2 times in a row. And then we have
Brother is still here.
Brother's still here. Then we have Kotozakura did a 10 and 5.
Yeah.
Then we have maybe Onosato's out.
True. If Onosato's out, it does impact everything.
Then you look at, I
would love for the X factors to mean something, but I really am skeptical.
There's so many of them. It could go like it could be that he's just like, I guess my brother's still here, and then he's
right. He's like, that's old hat. I don't care anymore. Or maybe Kotozakura and Koto Shoujo, they like move together. So if Kotozakura has a great tournament, maybe Koto Shoujo will.
There's no way to tell. It's just wide angles all over the place. It's weird and exciting. I will say though, this is
a little bit of stomach turning. Like I feel nervous for him.
I've not felt this way about Koto Shoujo since his original rise, and then there was that because then we were like, "Come on, Koto Shoujo, I believe in you," and then he just fell apart. Like I haven't been.
Because he came up with a lot of fire. I'm gonna be the next Yokozuna kind of energy. And it just didn't pan out.
So. Like there was that little bit after the U show, but like we looked at each other. Like in July, we're like, "Is he back?" And then in September, he fell apart. We're just like, never mind.
Yeah, why did I even waste my time?
But so like this is the most interested because I'm like, I have no idea what's gonna go on. Do something.
Well, I think he's really the underdog. I don't think anybody's really looking at him.
No way.
They're like, people. He doesn't belong up there. He'll be gone. What's Kirishima going to do? What's Aonishiki going to do? What's Kotozakura going to do? I don't think anyone's going to pay a single...
He has the dark horse energy.
He does.
This is a good point. It's another X factor.
He has more X factors than consistent wrestling situation here. I mean, that is two of his problems are he got injured right away, never seemed to recover either physically or mentally. I actually think it was mentally with him. 2, he does seem to shift his style. Like when he's starting to get uncomfortable, he shifts into other things. He's not proficient at it like Hoshoryu.
Yeah, he's got very strong fundamentals, but it does seem like this foundation will shift here and there.
Like it's almost mood dependent. And you can only do that if if that's really your style and you're really good at reading the situation and saying, I'm going to change it up. If you just do that on a whim, you're going to lose like he does.
There's also maybe maybe there is some sort of I fought like this and I lost. Maybe I shouldn't do that again.
Right.
I don't know.
You wonder how much analyzing he might do. And we might be completely wrong. And he's like, I don't even pay attention to that.
Maybe he doesn't.
Remember, we're giving opinions here.
We have at least 42.
Usually extra.
There's been more than 42 on a few of these.
Well, we do have the bonus Minato Gawa segment, so it will be 43 opinions. Anyway, Wakataka Kage, Komusubi 1 East, up for Megashore 1 East, 8-6-1. So I was surprised but happy that they're not messing with him anymore. But he hurt his elbow. And every tournament now, it's like a different body part is a problem for Wakataka.
I just hope it's fixed. I just hope it's fixed.
Yes.
The way he fought with a bum elbow,
pretty darn good.
Damn good. He was fighting like a man possessed. It was great.
Boy, here's a guy, though, who's just fighting against the world. He's fighting against time. He's fighting against his body. He's got the brother factor. You know, they swap all the time. They can't ever seem to rise up together. And they are training partners in the same stable. I'm worried for him that, it's the standard problem of he's gotten old enough and he's getting enough injuries that he can never be who he was before. Every time I worry about that, I do go back and think about Terunofuji, Ura, Tochinoshin. It is still possible to make a comeback.
It's always possible.
But it's really, really hard.
I wanna see him stick around Sanyaku for a little bit. Get that 10 or 11 wins in Kamusubi or Sekiwaki.
Has it been a while since he's had double digits?
In Sanyaku? Let's find out, actually. Let's put my
detective stuff on.
Okay, so he had a 10-5 here. Oh, never mind. He was on that run. That's right. Oh, I forgot about this.
He went on the Ozeki once again. These runs, they destroy
I just hurt myself. I've forgotten this. I think I blacked it out.
Sumo's like that. Goldfish memories. So yeah, look at what he was doing. He was rising back up after the injury.
Yeah.
Goes on the Ozeki run, and then just nothing goes right after that.
Get him. So, my advice maintains. So, like, if he gets 8-7 and 9-6, it's fine. It's good. That means the elbow's okay.
Yep.
If he gets 10 wins, if he gets 11 wins, maybe we could talk after there.
Yeah. At this point, he just gets a big question mark over his head.
Yeah. But it's good. It was so good to see him fighting. I mean, I was a little scared about the elbow, but
that was a Atamifuji special right there. Don't mess with that Kimidashi. He thought he was gonna fight through it, but
if he comes back, if he heals from it, he comes back strong in May. Confident he'll do well.
Yes, I mean he's got all the skill set to
do
well.
And then if he's able to stick in the Sanyaku for long enough, we could talk about something more.
Yeah.
But in this climate, with these people, with these killers, just being in Sanyaku is a huge accomplishment already.
Right. But it does get harder and harder to have
boy,
success.
It gets hard.
Now we have Takayasu, Mr. Sanyaku. Once he got up there, they're like, we're not letting
you leave. So
he's down from Sekiwaki 1 West with a 7-8. Now we thought they were actually going to hold him because they've done that before, but they finally decided, okay, you can afford to go down. These other guys did better. If they could have saved him, they would have. So, I mean, it's always the same story with Takayasu. If he's in good physical shape, if his back is in,
manageable,
he's one of the toughest guys on this roster, even at his age. He is a big man. He is aggressive. He can do the belt. He can do, push sumo. He can do it all. And he doesn't, he's the kind of guy you feel confident if he chooses, okay, this is my push time versus this is my belt time. He knows what he's doing. He's a seasoned Ozeki forever kind of guy. But he's 36 now, I think.
He's up there.
So, I mean, eventually he won't be able to keep doing this. But for now, let's enjoy the fact that he's this old in Sanyaku.
Every day Takayasu is in Sanyaku is a victory. Every day. So we're going to get 15 victories out of May.
We're still waiting for the elusive thing that we can't talk about.
We're not talking about
Knock on wood.
Not talking about it. We want it. We still want it.
I think he actually mentioned it in an interview recently. And
You
I was
can't-
like, what? You talked
You
about
can't.
it.
Not even Takayasu's allowed to talk
You
about it. Come
cannot.
on.
You,
You can't.
why did you do it, man?
It's so delicate.
So we will say the thing that shall not be named, we are still hoping for.
Always hoping for it.
And he's capable of at least getting close. So we'll say what we always say about Takayasu. If his back is good, we're going to have fun.
Be a menace.
If his back is not good, we either get weekend Takayasu or...
It's just hard to watch.
Yeah. So we will see. Fujinokawa. Now here's a story for you. He only goes up to Maegashira 1 East with an 8 and 7. Very close to Sanyaku. Did we debate whether or not he would make it in?
Well, he was an 8 and 7 from Megashira 2, so like
we never thought.
there would have had to have been a hole in Sanyaku for him to fill in there.
Okay.
But the Koto Shoho and Wakataka Kage were pretty clean in, and with a 7 and 8, Takayasu was not.
They weren't going to drop him out.
They weren't going to drop him out
For Fujinokawa. So Fujinokawa made everybody's day, made everybody happy. He's this small little guy coming in like he's 300 pounds heavier than he is. Not afraid to fight anybody head on. All over the ring. Just everything you want to see in a sumo wrestler. But I believe he got injured at the end. Now that's the chatter is that he's injured right now.
Some sort of a neck injury. He went out of the Jungyo for a little bit. I think it's not dire. Obviously, we'll find out on day 1.
Yeah.
If
hopefully
it
it's just like a little sprain or irritation. But boy, is it dangerous. The Tachi is so dangerous.
It is for the small people. But
Yeah.
he has proven to be a treat to watch. Absolutely electric. I'm looking forward to every match that he's in. I don't even care who he's fighting.
Right.
He got 2 Kimboshi in March.
I mean, he really surprised me. I was excited about him, but I didn't have that much faith that he was going to take those matches like he did.
And so
let's hope that the neck injury doesn't take anything out of him, and that we get to see the same intense, all over the place guy.
And another Kachikoshi from here, and he's
Sanyaku.
in. He's in.
Yep.
That's,
Wonder whose place he would take.
Yeah.
We're in a spot now where
It could be-
Atamifuji Koto Shoho would have to fail out. Takayasu would have to fail out.
There's also a situation where all 4 of them get Kachikoshi.
And then he's
he's
stuck.
log jammed.
Maegashira 1 is sometimes as bad as Sekibage.
Whew.
Anyway, so now we have Yoshino Fuji, Maegashira 2 East down for Maegashira 1 West with a 7 and 8. Always fun trying to predict
You
who
skipped
gets
over. You skipped over.
Oh. What am I doing? Are my papers out of order?
No,
here?
no. You got it. Fujinokawa, I'm 1 East.
Oh, I skipped over. How could I do
Of
this?
all the people,
Of all the people.
I would normally I wasn't. Normally I'd be like, I'm just gonna let this fly and correct it later. But because it was Takanosha, I'm just like, you're gonna want to know this immediately. You're gonna want to fix this immediately.
Let's just say I had a rough morning and now my brain doesn't work anymore, or I can't read. One or the other. Takanosho, part of Team Minatogawa. So let me just tell you guys. The shirts are going to happen after my friend gets married. She's the person who helps me with shirts. Some of the first shirts are going to be Team Minatogawa. And I'm going to wear them proudly everywhere I go. So, Takanosho. Maegashira 1 West, up from Maegashira 4 West, 9 and 6. So, here's another guy who was sort of, he was Mr. Sanyaku. He was so consistent when he was newer in the top division. Falls out and never really recovers. Now, all of a sudden, there's this late resurgence going on, and he's looking like a version of his former self. He definitely doesn't look as good as he did, but it's like he's making a comeback. He's making that veteran comeback that we like so much. I'd like to give the credit to Minatogawa. I'll never know, but that's where I'm going with it. They were training partners when he was Takekeisho, so it's a different vibe, between just fighting this guy over and over again and him knowing everything about your fighting style because he fought you. It's not the same as just watching you. He fought Takanosho. He knows what's going on with Takanosho. Now they're working on a plan. Whatever it is, it's great. Do I think Takanosho is Sanyaku again? He's very close.
He's close.
Other things would have to happen, though. Like we were just saying. Some other guys would have to have a terrible tournament.
Yeah. The fan in me would love to see him on Sekiwake again. Just once.
Yeah.
Just to touch it again. To see him there and be like, I remember when there was nothing in this planet that can get him out of Sekiwake.
Yeah.
Realistically, like I don't think he really can have two good ones in a row these days.
No.
And there's a bit of a difference between 4 and 1 in terms of who you get to fight.
Yes.
So
I mean, he's guaranteed to fight all the guys ahead of him that he's trying to take their spot and above.
yeah, but from One West, you just need one good score. You just
Yes.
need one good one, and you're back.
Well, and the thing is, if Wakataka Kage isn't up to par, if Takayasu isn't up to par, if Atamifuji and Koto Shoho both crash out, an interesting thing could be all 4 of these guys have the potential to like all exit at the same
Yeah.
time.
Oh, it's true.
There is a scenario in which that happens. I don't think it will. But if that happens and Takanosho does good, then he's in.
And he's in. Yep. It's the wild dream.
It is the wild.
It's the wild dream in May. Takanosho back at Sekiwake.
I mean, you always ask yourself once he gets there.
Oh, he's gonna fall.
Right.
He's gonna fall right out. I don't even.
Just to touch it for touching.
Just touch it. Just touch it for July.
Don't get comfortable.
Nope. You're there in July, and then you're like M3 in September. It's perfectly
Although,
fine.
I'm pretty sure Takanosho does well in July when everybody else is falling on their faces. He's actually steadier. So if he could put himself in a good position here in May, something
Maybe
really...
he'll keep it. Maybe he'll keep it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like this.
We're grasping at all the positive things. A lot has to go right for that to happen.
Takanosho is our wild entry onto our list.
Oh, yeah. I'm not picking him as any Yusho pick.
Oh, no.
But I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. Okay, now Yoshino Fuji. Maegashira 2 East down for Maegashira 1 West with a 7 and 8. Like I was saying, kind of fun to determine which 7 and 8s hold and which 7 and 8s fall. But whatever. Okay, so he had a Kachikoshi streak going. It's been broken. Once again, he's back into sort of a rebuild. This has been painful for him. He's had these highs, these really good highs, and now it just they don't last for 15 days. It's like high low, high low, high low. Okay, 7 and 8. What would you say is going on with his sumo?
Well, he's found his ceiling
For sure.
and this is always one of the things that I always look forward to. I was looking forward when this happened with Takeru Fuji.
You're looking forward to their first fail?
Because that's
Yes.
So we were talking about before the struggle.
Yep.
How does the struggle define you? How does the setback? Now, to be fair, and we said this about Onishiki too. Like a 7 and 8, it's barely a lot.
Yeah, like wasn't he Kachikoshi like his whole career or something?
This was his first Makakoshi
ever. Yeah.
And it was a 7 and 8. That's pretty close.
Right.
So this is like it's not even a really big setback.
It probably feels like it is to him.
It is.
But yes,
from
in the grand scheme.
But so we're looking at this and we're like, okay, now you know. Like he had the 8 and 7 before, and so he has to have known. It's like, okay, I gotta up my game. I gotta get better. But like now it's sort of just like you've hit it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And similar thing that Aonishiki's going through that we're gonna see in May. It's gonna be what Yoshino Fuji goes through. It's just like, how do you respond? How do you get your game better?
And what is he? When he sees the rise for Atamifuji, does that inspire him? Does it frustrate him? Because all these guys want to do as well as their stablemates.
Yeah.
So hopefully I think the tone could be set by how stablemates do in this tournament. I feel like there's an overall theme of this. If Atamifuji is doing really, really good and Yoshino Fuji's struggling, it might actually put pressure on him and he has another 7 and 8. If these Fujis.
All the Fujis.
If Yoshino Fuji starts off really strong and keeps it together, I almost think he's a fiery personality. If he keeps it even keel, him and Atamifuji could actually help each other here because they don't fight each other and they're going to be fighting all the same guys.
All the same guys.
So they could really work together as a team here if both of them can just get in the right, slow and steady wins the race, one match at a time, all those cliches. Don't get too hyped or too down.
Yep. And if it's another 7 and 8, like, it's still not bad.
No, even if he gets knocked down another rung, it's okay.
He's still going to be fighting the same people and still getting a 7 and 8, get the 8 and 7s that it took him this long to hit the wall.
Didn't he
impressive.
beat Hoshoryu?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he was a sort of giant slayer kind of a thing.
That was his highs.
Well, he gets the Onosada. So here's Hoshoryu and Onosada in January.
Yep.
He beats Onosada in November. So like he's getting wins. Also, let's see.
So I mean, he beats
Aonishiki in March. Like he has the ability to take one off of the very best, but he just can't do it all the time.
Right. He's just not developed enough yet. He's still pretty green.
Yeah, but like the thing is that like his raw ability is able to get it done against the very, very, very best.
Right.
So he can beat Ozeki. He can beat Yokozuna. He just can't do it enough.
He hasn't put it all together.
He has to put it all together. He's in the process of putting it all together.
Right. So now we have Ichi Yamamoto. This is a very interesting man. Maegashira 2 West up from 6 East with a 9 and 6. We've been here before where Ichi Yamamoto got thrown up, got to take your punishments, goes back down. Where do you see him right now in terms of his readiness for Maegashira 2?
Every time he comes up here, he looks a little better. He's like he's improving. And I was sort of taking a wider look back at him. And for the longest time, Ichi Yamamoto was just store brand Abi. Mm-hmm. And that's just the way that was. But now we look at Ichi Yamamoto, he's his own wrestler. He has his own brand. He has his own winning ways.
People don't really even compare him to Abi anymore.
Yeah. Now some of this is Abi getting a little too old for this. But when Ichi Yamamoto and Abi fight each other nowadays, you're sort of just like, this is an even match.
Yeah.
And like the first couple of times it happened, we would make jokes. You're not supposed to be in the same room together.
Right.
And, Ichi Yamamoto would just get bodied.
Yeah. Now
there is a steady, consistent improvement. Not sure where it's going to end him this time around, but it's like every time he comes up here, he looks better. And so it's just one of those, he keeps
pushing on the ceiling.
He keeps pushing on the ceiling. It keeps getting a little higher, a little higher. Eventually, it's going to break that ceiling.
But at this point, because it is so small, I think he'll do well, but I don't think we're going to get like a surprise 10 and 5 or something.
I don't see, I would love that. I don't see a breakout hit out of Ichi Yamamoto. It's just that one of the times he's going to be here, and it's going to be that 8 and 7. It's going to be that 9 and 6.
Right.
And then we're going to be like, damn, and he got those off of the best people in sumo.
Right. All he has to do is get an 8 and 7, and you can just keep slowly moving
going up.
So we shall see.
Very, very excited for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's worked really hard to get to this point.
There's a lot of hard work going on.
He's made so many adjustments in his sumo. Like when the first version of Ichi Yamamoto, his feet were flying all over the place.
He is probably like one of the people with the most visible improvement in his sumo, the way he fights and the way he's gone from the struggle to this like really smooth execution.
The fact that he can grab the belt and it's not weird. It's
not
weird.
Like,
why did he do that? It's like, no, it's just a part of it now.
It's a part of it now.
Yeah. He's made a nice, just that, like you said, a nice smooth transition into the wrestler he is now. It hasn't been jarring or confusing.
Yeah. May's not going to be a definer for him, but it's another positive step along the way.
And with it being like a nice normal tournament, I could see just a stable 8 and 7.
That would be good. That's all he needs right here.
Yep. So now we have Hiraumi, Maegashira 3 East, maintains the 3 East with that 7 and 8. I don't know why he got a hold, but it's cool. He was full of spirit. He always is, but he put his heart and soul out there. Just falls slightly short. Maybe that's why they gave him the hold, giving him an opportunity to fight the same guys again. And he's tricky because he is very consistent in his style, but it doesn't necessarily lead to more wins. He doesn't always get to determine if he wins or not. Like he's not
the
he
decisiveness.
He might dominate. He's not a dominant wrestler. He might do really, really well in a match and win, but I don't ever see him dominating a guy.
So he's another slower builder. So there was the Sanyaku tragedy that hit him when he was back in Kamasuba. We all talked about that. But then after that point, he was sort of crushed out. And then every time he would get up here, it felt like he would not hold on to any rank higher than M6.
Yep.
So the 7 and 8 at M3 is in fact an improvement from that perspective.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a 6 and 9, it's not a 5 and 10.
Right.
Because there would always be a point he'd get up here, and then it was just people knew how to deal with him, and they pushed him back down. So I look at the 7 and 8, I'm like, could be a good sign.
Right.
Could be now he's treading water, and so
sometimes that's what you got to do.
But that's part of the process. And this is a lot of similarities for this whole left row. Yoshino Fuji, Hiro Umi, Daieisho.
Mm-hmm.
They're all different versions of the same story.
Right. The stories are all colliding.
But they're all sort of this, okay, I did well, and this is a really, really dangerous meat grinder we have these days in these points.
Yeah.
Because you have so many elite people at the top all of a sudden.
Right. And they have to beat up on somebody, and it's your group right here.
So to be there and get the 7 and 8.
Right.
So much more weight than being down at M8, M9 and getting 7 and 8.
Right.
And so that context is what I'm hoping for. Now, in May, sort of anyone's guess how Hiro is going to do it. But he's earned the second chance.
Right. And the second chances have been interesting. Some guys have really, paid back those who gave them that second chance with a great performance. Others have completely collapsed, and it's like, oh, they're never giving you another chance. Hiro-Umi, he's very consistent, like I said. So I could see another 7 and 8.
Could be another one.
I could see a 6 and 9, but I could also see an 8 and 7. I don't see double digits smashing people.
I don't see double digits in either direction.
No.
And that in itself is also an improvement. Not
right.
Now, if you wanted to be back to Kamasubi, maybe you don't want to be
better than that. But...
You don't want to hear that kind of stuff. But
hey, you got to take whatever positives there are.
Also, in this particular landscape, Sanyaku seems to be further and further away from some of these people.
Right. Like, they did a good job again pairing the threes. Oho is a very similar story, although very different types of sumo. So he gets to hold rank. I can't help but believe it's also because his guy held rank. You can kind of go in pairs.
Yeah.
But Oho, man, he's doing decent for such a struggler. Like record wise, I really expected a worse record by the end of this.
You look at Oho, and this is what's so interesting. Like you look at Hiro Umi at the 7 and 8, you're just like, that's a good sign. And then you look at Oho, you're just like, damn, how'd you get 7 wins?
Yeah. Wow, you really lucked out, man.
What's going on?
Did you get a Fusen in there? I mean, what's going on? Oho is an enigma, a mystery. Why he can't fight better, I don't know. He's got a good sumo body. He's got really good technique. When we've said this before, he's Shodai in training. When he feels like it, things go really well. He might even challenge for a Yusho. When he doesn't feel like it, he looks like some Maegashira 13.
If he can figure out the scatter shot, whatever's going on, and hone it, he'll be super dangerous. Now we've been saying this forever.
We can't stop saying it.
We can't stop saying it. But the thing,
was the other thing we're gonna say is he's still young.
Let's see how old he is. Let's find out. Hang on.
We have to do that.
Get ready. Get ready. Prepare yourself to saying it.
We have our Oho cliches.
26.
Not so young anymore.
He's young. He's under 30.
He is under 30. Actually, 26 is Hoshoryu's age, isn't it? Or Onosato's age?
Let's look at him. Clicking everybody today.
Yeah, we got to know these things.
99.
Oh, so he's still younger than Hoshoryu.
Oh, his birthday will be during the U show. Or during the Ba show.
Oh, look at that.
Same age as Onosato.
Okay.
Oh, he's 26.
Yeah, he's not as young as you were
I thought he was
thinking.
24.
Uh-oh.
Now Nishiki's 21. He's a child.
That's right. I think you might have to walk back some of your Onosato comments.
I'm
Huh?
slightly more worried about the shoulder now.
Anyway, the point is, Oho, you can't even maintain our attention long enough to talk about you. We had to start talking about Onosato. Is that what Taiho would want?
Remember when Oho was the Hoshoryu Slayer?
Yeah.
I remember he has these brilliant moments, and this is why we keep fixating on Oho.
Because we feel like it's going to come back.
It's like, will it? Is this the time?
Well, Atamifuji came back. Oho has the ability to do some great things if Oho decides it.
I think at this point we have to wait for Oho.
We'll be waiting a while.
I
mean, we've been waiting for 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, in the meantime, we can go watch Fujinokawa. We can go watch Aonishiki. We can go watch Atamifuji now.
Like I find myself when an Oho shows up being like, I need to get a drink. I'm not really that interesting. Thankfully, this isn't live. It's terrible. And that's not how I've historically thought of Oho, but he makes no strong impression on me these days. I've just cut him deep with that.
He's burned us.
He
burned us first.
Oh, sorry, Oho.
We hurt the ones we love.
That's right. Prove us wrong and be amazing in May. That is the way to get revenge.
Now and again, that does work.
Yes.
That we throw a small amount of shade, and then they respond. And we're like, oh, do they listen to the show?
That's right.
Oh no.
So, best of luck, Oho. Prove us wrong. Daisho, Maegashira 4 East, maintains at Maegashira 4 East with the 7 and 8. So, unfortunately, since the injury and probably also since the age. Mixed the two together, Daisho is no longer Sanyaku material. We're probably at the highest he can get. Maybe he can inch up a little bit more, but this is
how is his feeling?
This is the dwindling days.
Yep. This time, 2 years ago, you see Daisho at M4, you're just like, he's going to make a killing down here.
Right. I don't say that anymore.
No, I look at him at 4 East, you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. He's way too good for 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
And good enough to put the fear of God in someone. But
probably not the top rankers.
If he gets any higher than this, he's going to start to get thrashed.
That is so sad. He was once their... this is the sad part of life. Daisho was once their equal, and now he's the fodder.
Now he's a step behind. But always gives it everything he's got. And then there's there's those days.
He does the little ballet moves that, Kirishima did to him. He learned well.
He beat Hoshoryu. He still can.
Yeah, you know what, though? Every time he makes statements like that, it's like, see what I mean about Hoshoryu?
And he beat Kirishima. We'll go. I'll not. We're running out of people I can say that to. He beat Hoshoryu.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm saying that meaning here's Hoshoryu, the Yokozuna, who consistently anyway.
No, I get it. I'm just.
I know.
I'm just having. I'm having a fun moment.
You just.
I can't help myself. There's something wrong with me. I don't know.
No, hey.
I'm triggered.
That's fair. Daisho's a guy, though. He's good. He's so good.
And you know what? Someday, when he's Oyakata, I'm looking forward to him and Minatogawa reviving the bromance.
They'll sit next to each other in the judge.
Yes.
So it'll be. This is the thought. You have the Gyoji, and then you have the two wrestlers, and then in the back there's always the two Oyakata that you can see, and then one will be Daisho, and then one will be Takakeisho.
Yes.
And then now obviously everybody's so serious, but there's now and again you'll see the Jungyo footage.
They're kind of playing around.
Where the wrestlers you go down here's Jonokuchi, and they're just sitting there and they look at each other, just sort of just chat, and you're just like, yeah.
It's like, let's hang out.
Let's hang out.
Yeah. So Daisho will always be our buddy, no matter what skill level he's bringing to the table. Next, we have Gonoyama. This
is interesting.
This was an interesting choice.
Very interesting.
So he was Maegashira 10 East. He got that 10 and 5. They rose him all the way up to Maegashira 4 West. I'm sure that's partly due to the vacuum in the middle, but I don't know that this is doing Gonoyama any favors.
So Gonoyama was in a similar boat, I guess, to Atamifuji.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, he was like, in the beginning, he had it, and then it sort of fell apart.
Yeah.
And then we sort of had to get used to, like, maybe it'll never come back.
Right. People were kind of like, how did Gonayama even get here?
I know. So he had a really good march. Like, a really, like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So so, like, that was the proof of concept, and now here's the test.
Right.
And so, you know, for somebody to show that level of skill at M10 is impressive. But if you do it again at M4, then you're legit.
Right. And the thing is, we don't know what made him fall into obscurity to begin with. I don't know if it was getting to a point with his sumo where he would just blast on the Tachi and then have nothing after that.
So that's
no one is going to win like that. No one. I can't believe
not this high up.
Yeah, like I can't believe how often you'll see guys sort of descend into this. Like we saw this at the end with Chiyomaru and Chiyo Tairyu. I guess it's all they have, so they have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like, no one ever has beaten somebody on the Tachi with nothing else. I mean, happens a little bit, but
there you have your specialist. Takeru Fuji did that before he injured himself for the 80th time.
But see how long it didn't last. You know, I guess I have to qualify what I'm saying here. It doesn't work for long. Either you have to surprise people. Everyone knows what Gonayama's going to do. So they're ready for, okay, he might push me all the way back. What am I doing after that?
Yeah. Part of what was interesting about March is that he had that answer finally.
Right.
And like there were some people he just smoked them and like he didn't even need to do anything else besides hit him.
Right. He was placed, his hands were glued to the guy.
So this is where I'm like, okay, you figured something out. You're not going to fall into obscurity if you're going to be fighting like this. But now at M4, he's gonna be at least fighting the Sanyaku.
Right.
So like he's fighting people who that's not gonna work on unless it's really good.
I could see him really. I have a hard time believing any guy wouldn't be prepared for his Tachi unless he really just gets the better of him.
This is the test. This is what Gonayama will have to prove.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's sort of like he's doing better, then he's not going to last up here.
Right.
But if if that corner has been turned, if he has the follow up, if he has the power, if he has the if he goes and rubs Elmer's on his hands instead of salt.
Well, I mean that's what seems to work for him is blast with the Tachi and just never ever let the guy go.
And that's if you can. Then you were ascending from just hit them hard to here's a technique where the guy never even gets to be in the ring. It's
a very similar in a way to the whole belt grab. It's just it's a lot harder to keep a person
without
a belt grab.
So,
yeah,
a lot of potential, a lot of interesting things, and it's now we have to do it again.
Yep,
and against people who are absolutely killer.
I want to see him do it again. I want to see the match with Kirishima. For me, that's the real test.
He's maybe in range, just barely.
Yeah.
If Onosato's not in,
yeah, they could possibly, yes. So I want to see those two fight. That's the best test. We've seen how Kirishima handles that type of fighter. So if he manages to beat Kirishima, then I'll become a believer.
Yeah, this is the potential has been shown. May is going to determine how much of that potential can be realized.
Yes.
But it's just it's good to see the potential at least, which is more what we've been wanting out of him for like a year now.
I mean, he was just floundering for so long, so we got to go with the positivity.
Positivity. Finally, we got it. Good luck, Gonayama.
Yes.
Good luck.
It's rough up here. Okay, Wakamoto Haru, Maegashira 5 East, down from Komusubi 1 East. 3-12.
This was a rough one.
This happens to Wakamoto Haru sometimes.
Yes.
I think it is because his lower, his feet, his ankles, they're suffering. Like once you get the injury and then you get older, these are now nagging injuries. So I'm guessing it was something along those lines of like the pivoting foot was not up to its best shape, and he's just a little bit slower as well. And he just had another one of the bad Wakamoto Haru basho. That's what they look like when he has one. He can bounce back, but it all depends on his condition again.
Yeah. So a career Sanyaku at M5 is not going to have a difficult time. So
Right.
like as that is the baseline. So every time Wakamoto Maru comes down here, I'm mostly just like, he'll be fine. It's whatever. Also, the Waka brothers in general, this kind of a setback does not affect them.
No, they pinball like.
So like we talk about a lot about mental pressure, a lot about like the sort of the will and the struggle. That is not their problem. That has never been their problem. Either one of them.
I think it's been in all cases the physical condition for them.
So this is never an issue of losing the spirit, losing the mental focus
Or the technique.
So it is at that point, it is purely a matter of, is he too beat up? And that's it. That's it.
I mean, his whole career has been based in defensive moves on the edge. They're the most risky. They take the most toll on your body. This was inevitable. He's just aging.
Yeah. So if he does well, then, they're prone to the bad ones, as you're saying, and then he's just going to be back in the mix.
Right.
Business as usual.
I kind of expect him to bounce back unless the injury really didn't heal.
This is the only concern, is that he's getting up there in age and he's getting injured, and as we're going to talk about whenever we get to Abi, sometimes it becomes too much. But we don't know. May will tell us.
Yes, May is the litmus test for Wakamoto Haru
and his future.
Yes. Now we have the never repeatable. This man will live in infamy as the Shodai.
He goes up 3 ranks on an 8 and 7.
Explain to me how that, because it's Shodai.
First
We've
off,
talked about this. I am sure some people were flipping out, but this kind of thing happens.
When we were in the middle of the tournament, and Shodai was, because he got his 8th win, like it wasn't the last day. It was the last day. Oh my goodness.
It goes up 3 ranks on the last day.
So we were having this discussion, I guess, and that should I just throw it so that he's 7 and 8 and he doesn't get over promoted? Because we were looking at this Banzuke, and it was a wash of Makakoshi, a lot of people.
Yep.
Which is why you have a lot of people who held at 7 and 8. You have a lot of these over promotions. And so part of me was just like, Shodai just going to throw so he doesn't get too high up the Banzuke? But then he won, and as his punishment, he's now M5.
It's almost like they are amused by over-promoting Shodai because it just creates amazing results.
Why is Shodai up here? He doesn't belong up.
He's like, come on, guys. I was having fun down a little bit lower.
There will be one day where the spirit of Ozeki Shodai will show up, and he's going to put somebody in the ground.
Yep.
What? Pick your favorite person to get bodied. Will it be Atamifuji? Will it be Takayasu? Will it be Yamamoto? Will it be Hiradoumi? One of these people.
That should be one of the things we're guessing is who is Shodai going to become an Ozeki?
Exactly one of them.
Yes.
It is going to be a wild, decisive fight.
It's really hard to decide too, because it's not like Shodai gets really excited about like the new guys or gets extra pumped up because he's fighting someone he's fought a bunch of times. It's like whatever mood he's in the moment.
It's very much.
It's like playing the lottery to answer that question.
and then everyone else probably just gonna thrash.
I would laugh if it's Oho.
It would. Oh my goodness.
It would be so fitting because that's his mentor. He has to teach his student the ways of Shodai.
Shodai will beat Oho, and it will be the most one-sided fight of the tournament.
And then Oho will go out and like smash.
No, Oho goes 14-1, and he loses to Shodai.
Now that would be amazing. That would be the most Shodai thing to ever happen.
It'll be the most Oho thing. Both of them.
That's
on
right.
brand.
On brand.
So anyway, we're doing this random thing because trying to talk about what Shodai will do
is pointless.
And he's way too high up for basically an aging veteran who was Ozeki once as a prank. It feels like. And nowadays he's just there to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, Shodai is his own classification, and it's the time where you choose to enjoy yourself. You know, Shodai match, you're like, who's gonna show up? What kind of technique is it going to be? Like, there's no point in ever guessing anything that Shodai will do. Don't ever pick him on your fantasy sumo.
No,
either.
no way.
I did it once. I don't know why. And he went like, that was one of the ones he went double-digit losses. I'm like, oh.
Wrong.
Never
He will
again.
near guarantee a 5 and 10 out of Shodai at this rank.
Yeah.
So then it's just like, who are the 5?
Yeah.
Maybe a 1 in 14. Who's the 1? He will get 1 win. I will give him 1 win. Everything else after that, who knows?
I'm gonna guess he's gonna bully Oshoma.
I can see that.
That's my guess.
Okay.
I'll throw it down on the paper.
Oh, I'll pick Oho. You pick Oshoma.
Perfect.
Done. That the one person Shodai beats. Maybe he beats both of them when we're both right. Who knows?
That would be awesome.
I don't.
That's the only kind of betting I would do on Shodai.
Love seeing you, Shodai. I think you're not gonna be too happy with May, but
you're gonna be wishing you got that 7 and 8.
Right.
Don't try too hard.
Don't try too hard.
But don't not try either, because eventually you're gonna get kicked out.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Well, we'll talk about other former Ozeki, but yeah. But for now we'll keep it happy. We'll keep it silly. We'll keep it Shodai at M5 just ringing the dinner bell for everyone else.
He's like looking at his opponent and he's like, did I really have to show up to work today?
Oh man.
When he fights Daisho. Although he beat Daisho
He did beat Daisho on the last day. I'm like, oh, why'd you do that?
I don't see him doing that twice, but that's
Maybe
a
not.
different topic.
Maybe it's the apology loss. Maybe Daisho's just going to blast him out and Shodai's going to be like, wonder what's for dinner.
You're right. I want to call my wife.
Think it was fried shrimp today? I'll go home and find out. Are we done with the fight yet?
Oh, exactly. It's like, this is taking way too long. I have to be here all day to fight one 30-second match. Why did I sign up for this?
They'll show up like 3:34 in the afternoon.
True. Just so they can show up for the lineup. But still. Anyway, Shodai, you're Shodai. Churanoumi, Maegashira 6 East, down from 2 West with a 4 and 11. So he did pretty good.
He did pretty good. I'm starting to come to the realization that Churnoumi's score doesn't matter. And
It's like an Ura thing.
And he's just always going to be really good, and then sometimes he wins a bunch.
Right, and sometimes he doesn't.
Also, it being a 4 and 11 is very Churanoumi because it's either 11-4 or a 4 and 11.
Yes, he's on brand.
Yep. There was a period of time. Well, now that he's at M6, I do feel like that's where he belongs. But there was a period of time I was trying to figure out, okay, where is he when he's not ping-ponging? And then he had those like the 8s and 7s and the 9s and 6s. I'm like, I think we finally figured it out.
Yeah.
And now that we figured it out, I'm like, I don't even care about his score anymore.
Right. As long as he just stays in the top division.
I was just like, did he fight today? Good. Send me the Churanoumi fight.
Right. I mean, he came up. He was in Juryo forever. He comes up to the top division, and he could have easily been tossed back down, and he's found a way to stay up here, and also have some awesome matches at the same time. I mean, he's definitely, I'm guessing like 32.
He's veteran. He's veteran age.
He's a veteran just starting the top division. So you just give him like all your positive vibes. You root for him in every match, and you just see what happens.
Yeah, and he's fun to watch.
He is.
He's
in every match.
He's in every match.
I mean, at least it looks like he's in every match.
Sometimes he's only in it for like a half second, but
right. But I count that a half second.
Shodai.
For a half second, I'm like, he's in this match. Oh, he's not anymore. Okay.
Shodai can't say that.
No, Shodai. It's
Oho can't say that.
No, Shodai and Oho matches are like, he's not putting up much resistance. And it's over. Okay.
Shodai thought it was a practice day.
Yeah, Churanoumi would never.
No,
make you think
there are
that
no
way.
practice days for Churanoumi. It is forward and it is low, and he will crush you.
That's right.
If you let him.
And someday he's going to be the sumo philosopher when he retires. He's going to give everybody his words of wisdom.
I'm looking forward to it. But I'm also looking forward to him in May, because just every day is a day that you can see Churanoumi fight.
Right, and now he's, like you said, about where he belongs.
About where he belongs.
He should have a decent tournament. He's not going to fight these guys that are just beating him up.
He's one of those slow day saviors. Like, you'll have those matches you're just like, yeah, Oshidashi, yeah, Yorikiri, yeah. And then Churanoumi is just like, yeah!
Right, or another guy slipped. What's up with this? Or Churanoumi can brighten your day.
He brightens your day.
The first brightening of day match. Okay, now we have Fuji Seiyun. Maegashira 6 West, up from 13 West, 10 and 5. So Another one of those situations where you're like, was this a blessing or a curse?
So this is his second tournament in the top division, and he's M6.
That's
Congratulations.
yeah, it's high praise, but it's also high stress.
Yeah. So this is M6. This tournament is just the excitement rank.
Yeah.
Because Fuji Seiyun is this raw sumo talent, way over his depth. And the thing is that the last time we talked about this, it was Fujinokawa, who proved all of us wrong and just kept fighting well anyway.
Right. Like, I could say, oh, this is it.
So
he's Maegashira 6. This is his ceiling, but I don't know that.
I feel like the smart, conventional take is that Fuji Seiyun is over promoted, and
he's gonna have trouble.
Like people who do okay have their sophomore slump.
True.
And then they do badly. Now he's fighting way above his career best against the best of the best.
With barely any practice.
He's going to be getting some Kamasubi fights. He's going to have to fight Takayasu.
Oh, it's going to be
exactly.
It's going to be a rough fight for him.
So again, all conventional wisdom says that Fuji Seiyun is going to get flattened. But that doesn't seem to be how things go. These days,
we are surprised more often than not, we'll say.
Yeah. And he was really fun to watch and really good dynamic belt work. So it'll be fun to see what he does.
The tough thing though is how much punishment you take for being dynamic. So like sometimes you really get beat down. Like let's just picture a Takayasu match. Like how many slaps to the face he might take.
He may get beaten silly.
Right. He might still win the match, but get pummeled.
So
that's kind of my concern.
So yeah, I'm looking at him. I'm like, oh boy, man.
Yeah. It's not going to be fun.
Yeah.
Even if you win, it might not be so fun.
Be sure to eat your Wheaties. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So we're not writing him.
Not writing him off, but
we're being cautious.
Cautious, optimistic, and a little concerned.
A little bit of everything in there. Best of luck to Fuji Seiyun, and then we can almost. I don't know how to speak about this man sometimes. Chiyoshoma is. It's the same vibe of like, how do you predict what Chiyoshoma's going to do, but in a positive way, not in a negative way like Shodai. First of all, Chiyoshoma went from 14 East to 7 East with a 10-5. Every single time I think this is it. I mean, this guy is old.
He keeps doing it.
He keeps going back up to middle Maegashira, and I don't know how he's doing it. Maybe it's because he's just in really good physical shape, and he's just too good to be hanging out at the bottom. But man, I'm always like, this could be the tournament where he goes double-digit losses again, and I'm like, this time it's it. This time Chiyoshoma can't come back, and he comes back again.
He comes back. I will say to that point specifically, don't worry about a bad record from Chiyoshoma up here.
No.
The fact that he's up here is fun and wild.
You've got a lot of leeway before he would get kicked out.
Yeah. Oh.
At this rank.
Yeah. Like he can do a 5 and 10. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It's just seeing him at M7 is the reward. It is the good thing. And
it's been kind of amazing, the veteran resurgence, how a lot of these guys just don't quit. And
they can't quit.
Yeah. And they keep themselves up here with the young guys.
Yeah. So it's fun. It's weird to see him this high. It's exciting. And he's going to pull a trick. Or 2 or 10.
Might be a flying Henka again.
Could be.
He's not going to fight Hoshoryu again, at least.
No, he's out of range of that.
I'm not going to forget the Chiyoshoma Henka on Hoshoryu ever. It was so well executed, and Hoshoryu should have seen it coming a mile away.
Hoshoryu was laughing. He's like, you got me.
Yeah, he literally laughs at the situation. So expect a lot of hijinks from Chiyoshoma, but hey, he's a veteran. He's earned his right to be hijinksy.
He is. That is his brand.
I mean, he's gonna have fun with Asakura. He's gonna have fun with Shodai. The match at Churanoumi will be interesting.
It's almost like fight him clean. He'll have to fight him clean.
Yeah, I think that'll be a clean fight, and I think they'll both. That might be like a chess match.
A bit, yeah.
Because they both have the whole, like, they're older and they got the wheels turning. That could be a very interesting match. So, Any predictions on score for Gyosoma at Maegashira 7?
Probably 5 and 10.
Okay.
But
nice flip flop.
a little bit of a flip flop, but it'll be a gentle drop down. He'll be like M9.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
He's not gonna get pummeled like some of these guys.
No.
So now we have Asakura Maegashira 7 West up from 12 East, 9 and 6. So here's another guy where he comes in, he's the little guy, he's very powerful, small man doing big man sumo. And then he has a little bit of a bump in the road, and now he's improved even from that guy who first showed up. He seems to be getting more aggressive and stronger. And I believe I saw something about even Hoshoryu acknowledging him and wanting to train with him a little bit on the tours because he's got that fiery spirit and the strength where he's not going to be happy any lower than he is right now.
He seems to be coming into his own. He's found his footing. He's figuring his brand out. He's getting rid of some of those nerves and sidesteps and just...
Yeah, the Hanka period really stunk.
It showed you that he wasn't fully there yet. But now in March, it was like, ooh, yeah, now we're talking. Now we're cooking.
Yep.
Up here, this is going to be his career best rank. And so he's going to have another caliber of opponent to deal with.
And that's going to be hard.
It'll be hard. Don't be too worried about a Makakoshi from him here, but the real determinant for Asakura here is if he's able to translate that power, that momentum, that aggression that got him here.
Now, he has in his favor guys like Fujiseiyun and Fujinokawa being up there. Not to say that those guys, obviously, Fujinokawa can beat Yokozunas and stuff, but having a guy more your size as opposed to every single battle you're fighting someone who's 100 or 200
You're not
kilos.
punching up all the time.
Right. At least from a standpoint of the physical wear and tear. Nice to have a bit more smaller guys to fight than fighting the giants every single day. So maybe that'll benefit him in some way, but other than that, he's going to be challenged at Maegashira 7.
He'll be challenged. This will be his biggest trial yet.
This will show us what kind of fighter he actually is. Okay, now we have Oshoma. Down from Maegashira 7 East, now Maegashira 8 East, 6 and 9. We're now at a place where Oshoma's not looking great.
He's in a slump, to use a baseball term or a
it's
sports
a perfect term for him, actually.
Because I'm looking at him sort of like in long term, it's like passively. Like he will eventually hit a rank where he'll just pop back up naturally because he's just too good.
Yeah.
His raw talent, his technique, what he's shown us is like, yeah, he's a mid to top level Maegashira guy.
Mm-hmm.
But last like 3 tournaments or so, it's like it's not been clicking.
He looks slow to me.
Like
he's lost a step in his movement.
Like his defenses aren't as tight as they were. His bag of tricks doesn't seem to always work.
He to me looks like he's going in slow motion. It's kind of a strange thing.
So he needs to figure out how to get his mojo back.
Maybe something's going on behind the scenes that can be corrected.
Potentially.
I mean, that's why we talk about the X factors, because X factors can change. Whereas your style of sumo, it can only change so much before it's either a great improvement and you're a totally different guy, or it is a mistake to change that much. The X factors, they come and go freely. So hopefully it was just something went on in the background that's going to just go away and he can go back to normal. Yeah. But at this point, I don't know. It's a short-term, long-term kind of a deal. Like short-term for May, like he's not going to do horribly. But like if he keeps drifting downwards, you're like, okay, how low are you going to go before you turn it back around? And then like for the long term, like he was starting to build himself up to grow himself into somebody who would be a top 5 contender. Yep.
And now it's sort of floundering a little bit. So like if this pattern of not really getting it together continues for too long, then he may not be able to get it back. Now, I turn to Atamifuji and Gonoyama that perhaps there is this weird journey to find yourself that sometimes people need to go on in the top division.
And then maybe it just one day it clicks and you go back to normal.
So maybe he's lost in the woods.
Well, I hope he finds himself.
We always want it.
Yep.
Get out of the woods.
Even though not everybody can win, we're always positive about every single person. Okay. Asa Hakuryu, Maegashira 8 West, up from 16 East. Another one of these 10 and 5s, and they skyrocket
pole
them.
vault, because there's just anybody
They
who
have to.
you put them up where they're supposed to be, and they're like, there's literally nobody above you. So we're just going to keep pushing you up until we find somebody you can slot underneath.
This is too much, in my opinion. This is just throwing him in deep water.
Yeah,
I don't know.
so
I don't see him. I don't know enough about him to even know how he will do.
Yeah, this cluster right here, Fujiseo and Asakoryu and Asahakuryu, they're different flavors of, oh boy, you're up there now.
At least they're all there together.
I mean, they're all there together. They'll all be fighting each other, and there's a sort of a familiarity. At least one day out of this tournament, I'm going to fight somebody I know about.
It's like the first day at a new school.
Yeah, so this is a super high rank for him.
I have no reason to think he can do well up here because there just isn't enough data.
Yeah, well, this will be if he does well, then it really shows that he's really building himself up, like he's really manifesting his sumo spirit. In the likely event that he gets knocked back down a peg, and it's sort of that you need to learn, you download as much as you can into your brain, you retain as much as you can. So it's going to be a learning experience in May.
I'm expecting
a learning experience, yes. But he's been fun. He's proving at least he's top of his material.
You always have to hope, though, that you don't get thrashed so bad that there's nothing you can learn from it. Because it's just such a major setback.
I don't know if it'll be too one-sided.
I hope not. But like I said,
it's a valid fear. I'll give you that.
So
good luck. Good luck, man.
Good luck, buddy. Speaking of good luck, Abi. Maegashira 9 East down from 5 East with a 4, 6, and 5. This could have been so much worse.
Could have been worse.
Which might have even been better for him in some ways, because I don't see... I mean, he's not looking good. Physically, he is
beat up. He's a wreck.
He already had the elbow issues, which he fought through for a long time. Then he gets the surgery, and then he's sort of recovering from the surgery. Once you have lumbar spine issues...
Yeah, when I heard that was what was going on, I'm like, why are you out there?
Yeah, I'm like, you could paralyze yourself, man. It's so sad. It's actually really sad because Abi has a spirit in him that can't be replicated. He's the jokester. He's also the guy you love to hate because Hanka's your favorite wrestler. He'll even do it in a tour. But I don't think he can keep going for much longer. I'm not even sure if he'll show up to this tournament. I mean, a lumbar spine injury doesn't just heal. How do you even walk? How is he walking right now? So I don't know. I mean, once again, do we have some miracle cure I'm not aware of?
We'll get a pulse on him in May to see how he's going. There's a risk of a free fall if he's really this beat up, and that's the concern. And maybe if things healed enough, he'll be able to at least start treading water a little bit. But yeah,
But that's like the most you can hope for.
Yeah, it's not a good scene for Abi right now. Because you're looking at it like maybe like similar with Daisho, like a year, 2 years ago, you see him at M9, you're just like, he's gonna make a killing down here.
Right.
Oh man, he's gonna beat everybody up. You look at Abi at M9, and you're just like, I hope that's good.
Right. Sure, he doesn't need to go down a little bit further.
You can hang in there, buddy.
Yeah, it's not looking good, but we don't know what goes on behind the scenes, so maybe he got some sort of treatment, but using my logical brain tells me that this is not going to go well. Which is really sad, because the day that Abi's not around...
It's a sad day.
Yeah, no one's ever going to be Abi.
We get him in May, at least.
Yes. And that might be the last time we see him. Okay, Nishiki Fuji, Maegashira 9 West, up from 14 West with a 9 and 6. Gigantic promotion.
Yeah, 5 ranks with a 9 and 6.
With a 9 and 6. Ay. Now, Nishiki Fuji's another guy who's been dealing with chronic injuries. It was a surprise he even came back. And then it was a nice surprise that he was doing well.
Improving his style of sumo.
But now, to throw him up like this in the single digits, I once again think it's too much. Yeah. He might be okay, but it really depends on the condition of his body. In terms of how long he's been fighting and the ability he has, 9 is not necessarily bad, but I'm not convinced that he's healed.
No, like when he came back to the top division and he was down in the double digits, I'm just like, if he can break the double digits, that'd be pretty good for him. Like, that's a real sign of progress. And now that he's here, like, so quickly, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, a little bit too quick.
Oh, hi, we're there. Okay.
We thought we'd do an 8 and 7
yeah,
all the way up.
Well, he did a 9 and 6. It's not like he did anything crazy.
That's true.
They're like, up you go.
He's probably like, oh, I don't know. Competitive people, they just, I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
But reality comes in and smacks you.
Yeah, he's going to be sort of I hope you do okay, but it's like, if the stuff we saw in March, like, translates over, like, 100%, he can get an 8 and 7, like, maybe.
But we're not looking at, like, double-digit wins in this point.
I think it's a bit of a reach, but reasonable to think that he can get a Kachikoshi from where he is if that level of improvement that he showed in March sticks with him.
Well, and once again, he's going to benefit from having Asahakiryu, Asakoryu, even Chiyoshoma. It's not all gigantic men pounding down on him. He's going to have some guys similar in size, similar in speed. I feel like that will be a benefit to him, but still. I don't have high hopes for the score.
Yep. Focus more on his technique than on the performance or the numbers.
Because he'll do some fun stuff.
He'll do fun stuff. And the
mini
more
Churanoumi-Fuji stuff.
The more dynamic his sumo is, the better off he's doing, which is what to look for.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we have I feel like this is just going on and on. Asanayama. Maegashira 10 East up from 12 West, so a 2-rank promotion on an 8 and 7. Amazing. So Asanayama is not quite up to what we hoped.
No, it's a slower build than we were hoping for.
Which isn't good news for him in the sense that he gets older and older by the day, so this pipe dream of getting back to Ozeki is pretty much not working out.
It goes both ways. So, like, if you get promoted too high too fast, then he'll just get, like, knocked down again before he's really, like, built himself back up, really sort of adjusted to the top division again. But at the same time, he's getting up there in years. Like, before he hurt his knee the second time, we were sort of just like, clock's ticking. If you want to get back to Ozeki, you got to sort of get some ground.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, he's still a beast of a man. He's very technically sound. He's got the winning mindset. He's not a poor me. He keeps acting as if it is his to win. And he is slowly moving up, so there's no reason to think he couldn't keep moving up. I mean, obviously, either Abi doesn't show up or the Abi match is his. Nishiki Fuji, he should be okay with. Oshoma, he should be okay with. Asahakiryu, now, we could be surprised, but he's still in a good position to do well. Just, he's not going to be dominant like we thought he might.
Yeah, the build either is going to take longer than we thought, or we're going to find that he's going to be hitting that point where it's a little bit too much. So, like, so, like, looking at him the way he is now, just like, it's a tall ass to get to Sanyaku, let alone Ozeki.
This is the eating the elephant right here.
Yeah, so.
One bite at a time.
It feels like he's just like 10-5 away from that breakout.
Right. You almost want to fast forward 5 years. It's like reading a book, and you want to just go to the last chapter. And find out, did he do it or not?
Yeah.
You don't want to go through the journey because it's already been so painful.
So, yeah. For May, there's a weird balance of, like, concern and expectation. So we want him to do well. We want him to get back up there so that he has enough time to really make a run for it. If he's going to really, at least touch Kamasubi.
Right.
And on the other side, you're like, if you take too long, you're going to be too far behind.
Yep.
Where's the balance? Where do we put our fan energy?
Well, I mean, he really needs one of those 10 and 5s right now that pole vault you all the way up.
Well, if we're talking about that, like, he needs double digits. Double digits normally get him to M5.
Yeah.
But in this weird climate, like, that's M3, M2. So, like, he is just one double digit win away from being in the mix.
Right. He needs that if he wants to get an opportunity, because Like you said, the window is closing. He needs to get up there as soon as possible, or it is not happening at all.
Yeah. And, just like, but if he's up there too soon, maybe he still hasn't fully... It is a weird balance. And some of this is that we sort of were hoping he'd hit the ground running, and he did not.
Did he ever face Hoshoryu before he got...
I don't think so.
Unceremoniously tossed?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd love to see him against... He's the old guard.
Yeah.
See him against the new guard, but it's going to take a lot. Now we have Hakunofuji, Maegashira 10 West, down from Maegashira 7 West with a 5, 6, and 4. Hakunofuji is just Mr. Injury. Even when he tried to do the surgeries in advance to, like, fix the sockets or whatever, nothing has worked. Now he's got a broken foot that's... he tried to fight on. That didn't go so well.
Can we get him injury-free, please? That's...
I mean, if I could. If I had a magic wand. Because I feel bad for him in particular. Because when the whole situation happened in Miyagi-No stable, he was like the top guy. Like, he was like the top prospect that they wanted to push forward. And he gets stuck in the scandal stuff. Gets thrown in a new stable. Does the surgery. Nothing ever ends up working out. And now he's Maegashira 10, when the hopes for him was that he was going to be in Sanyaku by now.
He could have been.
He could have been.
Right there next to Atamifuji, but...
When he is healthy, he looks so good. He really does. He has the right body, he has the right technique. He just can't stay healthy. I don't believe anymore.
You need 15 days of nothing, no bones, severely broken.
Right, maybe a little bone.
You've got, they have a fracture, they're healing up their broken foot. What? Okay, fine. Yeah. This is a combat sport. People are going to be injured.
But unfortunately for him, I don't even know if the foot's healed yet. It's like, even if he doesn't get a different injury, he still has to deal with that injury.
So, yeah.
At least he's Maegashira 10.
Yeah. So, theoretically, he'll have a good one. This far down for somebody of his caliber.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to tell. I only have 1 foot this tournament. Okay.
Right.
Okay. You maybe have a harder time at M10 than I thought.
Yeah. We're trying to stay optimistic, but nobody will let us.
Not Hakunofuji, unfortunately. No. Just a back-to-back
Injury.
rough times.
Yep. But if anyone could do it, it's this next man. He could bring us out of this doomer session that we got stuck in. Ura. Maegashira 11 East, down from Maegashira 8 East, 5 and 10. It's fine. It's all fine. When it's Ura, we don't care about that.
We don't care about rank. When he's high ranked, then it's cool because he's fighting the very best. When it's a low rank, it's cool because then he's going to be up to his Ura magic.
Yes. And all we want to see is a little bit of magic.
A little bit of Ura magic. I will caution people that if he does another bad one, not to be too bent out of shape. Keep in mind that he is technically a veteran on borrowed knees.
Yeah.
So if we get another 7 and 8, 6 and 9, like don't go. It's all over because it's just could be slipping a little bit.
Right. He might be at the stage of his career where like it's really hard to get up in the morning. It's
could be
really hard to fight the fights, but Ura still finds a way to be good enough to stay in the top division.
So. It could be like the numbers could be like 7 and 8, 6 and 9. I think that the sumo will be there for us. I think we're gonna get what we want.
It has been all this time.
It was a little less Urge Magic in March, which made me a little bit concerned. But I'm just like, it'll be better in May.
I really don't want to think about a day without Ura. I hope we have lots of years.
We got May. We will have July.
Yep.
Like we guarantee 2 tournaments for Ura.
Okay.
The way we have things now.
So right now. High point. We're good. Everything's
Everything's
great.
okay. He's gonna rebound. We can have these more sobering discussions
after we see what happens.
After May.
Yes.
If we have to.
And hopefully we don't.
Otherwise, 8-7-9-6.
We'll take it.
Keep on playing the hits.
It'd be fun to watch Ura and Asanoyama.
They'll be fighting each other.
Yep. I'm looking forward to that one. Okay, now we have Kimbozan. Maegashira 11 West up from 16 West with the 9 and 6. So another big promotion on a 9 and 6. He gets out of demotion, the
threats.
line.
Yeah.
Where you are like one breath away. This should put him up decently enough that he doesn't have to worry this tournament. But he's not in the greatest Kimbozan shape we've seen.
Yeah, this is like, he can get a 5-10 in May, and he's still in the top division. There are longer scope issues with Kimbozan right now. It's this weird fighting on vibes.
Yeah, not really.
Kind of a thing.
Not really showing up for every match the way that he used to. He used to be full of passion, full of like aggressive energy, and now it's kind of like fading out a little bit.
He doesn't have a hold of it. I mean, some consistency was always Kimbozan's problem, but like it's becoming more of a problem. And at least here, he's going to be with us for a little longer. Maybe sometimes people just need as much time as they can to figure it out.
Right. Well, Kimbozan has a lot to figure out.
He has a lot to figure out, but he's also a huge dude who can throw people around like they're made of tissue paper. So
right.
There's this far down, like there is hope of just passively doing well.
I mean, this is a guy 2 years ago was in the Yusho contention.
He was.
And he hasn't gotten that much older. I mean, he's not veteran.
We're
got to
checking
check
everyone's
this.
age. Everyone's age today. 97.
Oh, he's a little bit older than I thought. I can't do math right now.
He'll be 30 this year. 30 next year.
Okay,
he's 29.
So he's getting up there, but he's okay.
Yeah, he's got a buffer.
Okay.
Needed a minute. 7 threw me off for some reason. It's weird. I think somebody else was 97 anyway. Anyway, so he's not. He hasn't hit the over under.
Right.
But he has like veteran problems.
He does. That's why I started to question how old he actually is. He acts like a veteran.
He has the veteran issues of like consistency and seeming to like lose the grasp, but he's still mega sized.
I know. It's like you don't want to run into him on a bad day.
No, yeah.
Especially because he's
he'll be crushed underfoot.
Yeah. Now we have Sumo's strangest wrestler, Shishi, Maegashira 12 East, down from 11 East with a 6 and 9. Wow. They really, really
yeah, that's a 1 rank on a 6 and 9. This
whole thing.
It was a mess.
I don't know how anybody could get a decent score on this Guess the Buns game, but somehow we did.
Did well enough. Thanks everybody for the advice as always.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, but we're doing good, and we're starting to understand that the Banzuke doesn't have the same kind of rules it used to have.
No.
You can get promoted 3 ranks on an 8 and 7. You can get demoted only 1 rank on a 6 and 9. Don't do the math anymore. It doesn't matter. Sorry.
It's only one part of it.
The math is a very small part of it.
You're just like, okay, Shishi will not be promoted. We can get that from the 6 and 9.
That's pretty much all we can get.
Out of that, we'll have to figure.
He could be any one of these.
Any
spots.
one of these 5 spaces.
Okay, so March was not good for Shishi. Not surprising in a lot of ways, just because Shishi's a pretty inconsistent guy. You know, he's got. We all know this. He's awkward and he anti-sumos. So sometimes that works in his favor because I can't imagine it would be very strange to fight him. And you're like trying to do things, but he's moving in ways you're not used to, and that might throw your rhythm off. But it also works against you if somebody can just easily send you off balance because they're like, I don't know what you're doing, but I see the opening. So I'm just going to push you over.
Yeah. So for Shishi, excuse me, like now and again, like he'll show signs of learning technique, and we're like, ooh.
Right.
Ooh.
Slight improvements.
Ooh. The raw, unfiltered, large person who accidentally started to do sumo is starting to do sumo. Now, he'll need to, he needs to chain that together a lot more than he's doing. We're seeing more of it, and it's one of those, if this guy got this high up on just raw physicality and things that can be considered grappling, then, imagine him, but, actually doing sumo.
Right. And at this point, he can only improve, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, he could go backwards, but he just seems like a raw, just such a raw individual that is being taught something. So you're coming from nothing.
Yeah.
So you can only go up from nothing, right?
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah.
I do wonder if in 2 years from now, if Shishi's a totally different fighter.
Could be. Could be. He is definitely the long term. I think by now, his consistency in strong balance, imposing size,
His balance is really good.
and anti-sumo has at least kept him in the top division.
Yes.
Like there was that time that he sort of showed up and then he did horribly and they threw him back down in Juryo and then he crawled back up to the top again. Like now it's sort of like, okay, I think he's a top dozen presence.
Yeah.
Like down in the double
Down
digits.
further, yeah.
He's a lower top division guy. So he's starting to get to that point that we're like, okay, Shishi's going to be part of our Banzuke lives for more than just a few months.
Right.
And so now from here, it's sort of like, what will he do to get better? What is he going to need to do to stick around?
But it only takes one really bad tournament at this stage to get kicked back in Juryo.
He's still in the danger zone. But it's sort of like he needs like a 4-11 to get thrown out compared to like just double digit losses or compared to like just a 6-9. So May's going to be another opportunity to be confused and amazed, I suppose.
Yes, I think a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. And again, like looking for that low hip drive that he started to do, looking for him grabbing the belt and then not just like flailing people like you're throwing garbage bins.
Or his one arm push when you're on the edge where he just sends you flying 6 rows back.
Yeah, look for the signs of technique.
Yes.
And
if they're there, then he might do well.
He might do well. He might again. We're looking at like, okay, the long term picture. What is his future? We're trying to read the tea leaves on Shishi while he's
very difficult.
While he stumbles around in the ring.
It's another example of wanting to turn to the back of the book to see how this all ends, because you're not sure if you really want to go on the ride or not.
Yeah. Well, where Saniyama is a tragedy, Shishi is a little bit more of a comedy.
This is true.
so if you have to stuck reading through a few hundred pages, it's not the worst thing.
Because there'll be some funny stuff in there, whereas Asanoyama could just get worse and worse worse.
This is why for a Saniyama you want to read that back page.
Yeah, you're like, I don't think I want to hear anymore.
It's just like because if you just, I'm not even saying. We
can't even say anything specific.
We are not. I wish Saniyama the best of health for the 15 days.
Yes.
Please.
Same for Shishi.
Yeah, Shishi. Yeah, we don't want any injuries.
No.
I'll say it for Shishi. I wish Shishi the best of health for 15 days.
I also hope he doesn't manhandle one of the smaller guys and destroy his career.
Fujinokawa is out of range.
Thank good. He's like, I have to. That's what really happened to Fujinokawa. He was like, listen, I don't want to fight Shishi ever again. I'm going to plow through all these dudes and get way away from him.
I'll get as far away from Shishi as I can.
So even if he has a moment where he wants to quit, no, I don't want to see Shishi again. No, help me. We've solved it all right here in 42
Figured
opinions.
it out.
Okay.
The raw exposed truth.
The page 6. You can hear all the truth. The behind the scenes you never knew that we just made up. Anyway. Tokihayate, Maegashira 12 West, down for Maegashira 9 East with a 5 and 10. Another strange, I guess that's okay.
It's three ranks on a 5 and 10 is not bad.
It's not bad, but what I mean is it could have been worse. Like
could have been worse.
I was gonna say they spared him a little bit.
Yeah, he was under demoted.
Yes, under demoted. Yet another. So Tokihayate is not rising up the way that some of his other small guys are. He's a slower builder.
So I had mentioned before about how Ichi Yamamoto used to be store brand Abi, then he sort of built himself and came into his own.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had mentioned before, like Tokihayate is sort of like store brand Hoshoryu.
Yes.
But like not like you have the like the leading brand. So like here's the Oreos.
Yep.
And then you have like the store brand Oreos, and then there's like that other brand.
They're just called O.
They're like O. So it's like there's like the tiers.
Yeah.
So
Tokihayate is just O.
Tokihayate is just now. The thing is that Tokihayate he's a package on the shelf. So like he is somebody.
It matters.
So he has established himself. This is what I am. This is what I'm about.
But people are not willing to they might look at that package.
Yeah,
and say,
they're just like,
do I really want to save that? It's just $1.
Yeah. So that's where Tokihayate is right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking to it's the long term. Like I'm looking at Ichi Yamamoto. I'm like in 2 years, like he could be the store brand.
Right. He just needs time.
He just needs time.
It's a guaranteed fact that he needs time.
He needs time. So this is like for people trying to like, what's Tokihayate's deal? I'm like, his deal is he needs 2 years.
Yeah.
He is the long-term project. He is the slow builder. And like in the time we've seen him, which has been about a year, like he's showing the improvements. He's showing better sumo, more quality, better grappling, better ability to deal with larger people. Like he is improving, but
Right.
it's you got to give him the runway.
The nice thing about being someone like him, also the downside, so we get a plus side and a minus, is that he's not doing sumo that's too risky, so he has time. Like he's building it up to have that time, whereas some guys who are just going to go all in, like a Fujinokawa, I kind of worry about the state of his health after a while. I'm not necessarily worried about that with Tokihayate.
I can see that.
He could take his time and see what happens, and it's almost like winning the war of attrition.
A bit.
Like some of these guys, they come in so aggressive and so great, and then they're out. And here's Tokihayate just do. I'm still here. I'm okay.
Yep.
You know, it's like the tortoise and the hare. And there's
so,
another example.
You know, allow Tokihayate time to enter your heart if you're still waiting on him.
We have to worry about him and Shishi. Okay, this is who Shishi might victimize next.
Hang on a minute. Oh, okay, he loses to Shishi there. Doesn't fight Shishi. Why did he not fight Shishi? Oh, he loses Shishi. Okay, maybe there's a problem.
Yeah, I'm a little worried.
A little worried. Whoop, not that one.
Blank.
Okay, never mind.
It's fine. It's good.
Well, there are some people that Tokihayate like is a surprisingly good record against, but
Okay.
it's not Shishi. So
It's
never
not
mind. Worry back on the shelf.
Don't let Shishi find the O's on the shelf, okay?
Yo.
So anyway, Tokihayate, take your time.
Take your time.
Don't get hurt.
Yep. In May, just enjoy what he is now, and like, you know, put it away mentally, and then in 2 years when he's blossomed, you'll be like, I remember when he was O's.
That's right. And meanwhile, don't let Shishi get you with that arm.
Yeah.
Don't
stay away.
Just get under.
Stay away.
I don't know.
Go away. Just step out if you have
Step
to.
out if you see the arm coming. Just step out.
Just get out of the way.
Okay, so now we have Kotoeiho, who we briefly spoke about when we were talking about his brother. Maegashira 13 up from 17 West with the 9 and 6, more of a reasonable promotion.
Yeah.
So this is good. We weren't sure. Kotoeiho, he comes up, he gets knocked back down. This was more of a statement of, I am good enough to be in the top division, and I supposedly want to be here to haunt my brother, for better or for worse. So he's still in the danger zone, but a 9 and 6 is a nice statement. So hopefully he'll have no trouble just putting himself out of the danger zone by the end of this tournament.
So this is the sort of the textbook. Came here once, didn't have enough, went down to Juryo, had a huddle, figured out what was missing, and then did enough improvements to get back to the top division and then to get that first Kachikoshi.
Right.
So that's like the good cycle. And people go through this a lot. This is pretty normal. So from here, it's more of a, okay, you've made it. Now, where do you want to go from here?
Right. What kind of wrestler are you gonna be?
You know, are you gonna tread water in the 12 to 15 zone with like 8s and 7s, 9s and 6s, 6s and 9s? While you figure things out, are you gonna do a slow build? There's a lot of okay, you're here, now what?
Right. Too many question marks for Kotoeiho. We haven't seen enough of him to really see his defined sumo, I suppose you could say. But we do know that he inspires and or is inspired by his brother.
Yep.
So we're just going to have to kind of watch his matches and see what happens.
And he has momentum coming in, for whatever that's worth.
Right. It can't hurt.
Couldn't hurt.
That's all we can say about it. Now we have Tamawashi, the immortal one. Maegashira 13 West, up from 9 West.
Down from
9 West.
There's my typo.
It's fine. I'm going to write it. I mean, I could have read it properly, but no, I can't read today. Down from 9 West, 5 and 10. So it's always going to be sort of the same notes with Tamawashi at this stage of his career. He's supposed to turn 42 in November. So that's a goal of ours, because then 42 Opinions will be represented by a wrestler who is 42. At least it's my goal. I just surprised John with it. But anyway, he's 41 years old. I don't know the actual stats of who was still fighting in the top division at 41. Recent
memory.
Yeah.
No one's been that old since we've been watching.
Yeah, not since we've been watching, but even in history, we'll have to look it up. But it can only be a handful at most.
Well, specifically like top division people, like they're
right. There's plenty in the lower ranks, but to stay in the top division at this level, and even he's been up higher than this, so it isn't like he's just been hanging down here all this time. You just kind of approach every tournament with a little bit of caution, but not panic.
I would be optimistic he turns it around.
Because he's slow enough down.
He's historically turned it around at this. But like you were mentioning, every time we get down here, we have to sort of, okay, Tamawashi, is this your moment, or are you just gonna bounce back up? So we'll find out the answer to that in May. I'm expecting a bounce back, or at least like a 7-8. Actually, 7-8 would be concerning, but like 8-7, like
right, enough to get him out of here.
Not like a pole vault back up, but definitely don't worry about it.
The big concern for me is that each time he goes into a new tournament, I mean, he's been so fortunate, but also it has to do with his style, to not get hurt. The more you go into a tournament at this age, if you get hurt, recovery is just so impossible.
It's harder and harder and harder.
I don't know that there isn't some nagging injury at this point, because
inevitably. Yeah,
but like one that's now sucking up all his energy, because he does not seem as aggressive. But I'm hoping that was just one tournament.
You can also just have a bad one. Sometimes it's just nothing works out for you.
And maybe he's even made a decision in certain tournaments, like, it's not working for me, so I'm not going to get hurt.
I mean, that's another thing when you get up there in years. It's like you have 15 matches you got to fight over the next 2 weeks. And then some days you're just like, I can't give 100% if I want to make it the whole time.
Right.
You just take a piece of what you can.
Right. So we'll just send good positive energy towards Tamawashi, and we don't know. We take it a tournament at a time.
Yep.
But we don't panic.
No panicking. Not yet.
Okay. Should we panic about Takayumi?
Not yet.
Okay.
He's 8-7. Not yet.
That's right. Okay. 8-7. Mike Share 4 East, up from 15 West. So once he got down to here, I was already concerned. Like, this is the red zone.
This
one bad tournament, you're out.
Yep.
He's surviving.
That's the word for it. Like, on one hand, he is this far down, and he's been this far down. On the other hand, like, I expected him to fall out or retire like
a year ago
in 2025. Yeah, I was like, there's no way he's gonna work out. So he's sticking it. He is slumming it out.
Yeah, I don't have any high expectations for him. I think we just stay in the survivor zone.
Yep. I think this is it's that point where just like he has what it takes, just barely.
Right. I mean, you always think back to the day where he won 3 Yusho, and then, he made Ozeki and it was a disaster and all that. There was something still in him back then. It's not there anymore. It's gone.
He's hanging out.
Yeah, there is no, eat my hat. There is no Yusho left in the tank for Takayumi. It's just hang out, be with the boys, win enough matches to stay in the top division. And that's okay.
It's fine. At this stage of his career, that's where he's at.
With everything that's happened in his personal life as well. Like, it must be hard some days. Like, hanging out with his sumo brothers is probably the highlight. So, I hope for his sake, whatever he needs, that he just keeps getting 8 and 7s till he gets out of the danger zone at least.
Yep. Every turn, I'm like, we got Takayumi. It's good.
Yeah. And his counterpart is Roga, Maegashira 14 West, down from 10 West, 5 and 10. He didn't look too good in March.
No, he got thrashed a bit. It was
alarming.
Yeah, so Roga's tentatively on the list. By the numbers, he's low enough that he should be doing fine. But
he's not looking that. I mean, he was always a guy who was sort of stable anyway. He wasn't gonna, really knock your socks off and get a double digits. So for him to be down here, if stable is all he can do, he's running the risk of getting kicked out.
He might get, for Roga particularly, like you say he's consistent. Like the thing is that like if everyone else around him is doing better, he's just gonna get pressured out. Like it's not like he's going to fall out.
Right.
It's not like he's going to be like, oh, now nothing works for him anymore. Out he goes. It's gonna be like he's trying his best, which just and then he just gets suppressed.
The hard thing for Roga is that he's always kind of been this way, even though he was getting better records. Just right from the beginning, he was a 7-8, 8-7 kind of guy. So none of this is surprising. It's not like we've seen such a huge decline. It's probably what you said. Everyone's just getting better and he's staying the same.
So
that's not going to work.
Unfortunately, it's like he can like get, he is doing the slow improvements. He is refining the technique. He's moving back up.
He did have the injury.
He had the injury, which sort of negated a lot of his progress.
I think that's a big part of it.
Could be. But so May is can he turn it around? Is this low enough that his level of skill is going to be better than those around him?
Right.
And then he'll be back in the upward drift.
Well, it should be interesting because of who's around him, actually, which we'll get into in a second. Some of the new guys might not be such an easy task.
Maybe not.
But we'll have to see because, once again, there's a big difference between Juryo and the top division.
It's a big one.
Okay, Tobizaru. I feel like we're just one sad story after another.
There's a bit of a cluster of them here.
Why can't we have good? We're going to have good.
We're going to have good at the end.
At the very end, we're going to have good. But right now, we got to get through the sadness.
Yes.
Okay. Tobizaru on the list.
Definitely on the list. This may be it.
Yeah. This could be our last tournament with Tobizaru. It's been such a strange journey with Tobizaru because he comes up. He's another one of those guys stuck in Juryo forever. Makes a late entrance into the top division. At first, he looks like, how'd this guy get up here? Then all of a sudden, I don't know if it's his matches with Ura, but something clicks, and Tobizaru just becomes a different man. So then I feel like he's crashing out in a very similar way to how he came in. So he came in out of nowhere, and now he's just gonna fade out without anybody.
It's just everything's catching up with him. He's super injured. He's slowing down from age.
Didn't his brother just retire too?
Hidenomi's retired. Yes.
Yeah. The writing's on the wall.
It sure is.
I expect this to be your last Tobizaru tournament. If it's not, then just be happy.
Anything worse than a 7-8, and he's probably out. Now there is a possibility that he does the sort of goes into Juryo, comes back to the top division Juryo thing, but from a consistent, he'll be there for you kind of a feeling. This May is possibly the last tournament with him.
Yeah.
Get your fill of Tobizaru while you can, everybody.
Yep. Pull out the tissues.
And then they get 7-8 or better, and he's sticking around for July.
Right. At this point, we're just hoping for another tournament, not more than that.
We're hoping for a stay of execution.
Okay, Osho-Umi, Megashire 15 West, down from 11 West with a 5-10. So we thought maybe Osho-Umi was going to make a comeback, and instead we got some weird little good day, bad day.
Such a weird. I don't even know what Osho-Umi.
He doesn't seem like the same person anymore.
It's so he comes up in November and gets a 7-8. He does this, loses 8 in a row thing, and then he rallies back. We're just I like this guy's spirit. Mm-hmm. I think it's a 10-5. We're just he just needed to
everything's fine.
He just needed to figure it out. He just needed that first tournament in, and then everything's good. And then he's a 5-10. I'm like, what?
And he loses the first 5 matches.
What?
And then he just gets scattered wins. So when you do it like that, you leave an impression with people that you didn't even get the 5. They only remember 1 or 2 of the wins.
So he goes from holding on by the skin of his teeth to breakout Yusho contender.
Yep.
To completely fell apart.
Yeah, this.
So we're up or down, or up or down, or up or down.
And now we're Megashire 15, so it's a problem.
So in May is gonna be hopefully another attempt to figure out what his deal is. Because he's shown us the best, he's shown us the worst. He's shown us the heart. He's shown us the technique, and now we need the consistency.
Yes,
it's a weird mix of everything.
It sure is. If you want to hear the The story of a sumo wrestler, you could just look at him the last 3 tournaments and you get all the different angles.
Yeah, but it's still fresh. Only 3 tournaments, so he's learning some things still about the top division. We're learning things about him.
He needs some X factors, something to sort of supercharge.
We need some X factors here. And we need to figure out what those X factors are. So
right, we need to spend a little more time.
With him. So our hope is that he doesn't fall out, so we can learn more about him.
Because once you go to Juryo, we forget.
Who knows? Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah, if he falls down in the Juryo,
we may glance at him.
Yeah, well, what's going to happen is that then July, we forget about him. In September, he comes back, and we're like, oh yeah,
I forgot about him.
Oh yeah, he did this 8 loss thing, didn't he? Yeah.
We have to restart.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Stay with us, Oshiomi, for our sakes.
Exactly, so we don't forget about you.
Memory's garbage these days.
I will never forget the next man. Sound the trumpets. Do 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 do. The most exciting Maegashira 16 in my lifetime. I know, I'm way overhyping this.
Get it. Keep at it.
But it's me.
Gave it.
Let's do some hyperbole here. Waka no Sho. Maegashira 16 East up from Juryo 3 West 11-4. The first Minatagawa prospect has made it to the top division. Yay! I'm excited. Okay. You guys excited enough for me? So, pure pusher thruster. I have not seen much of his matches, but I have heard people describe that there's an essence of Takakeisho in there. We all together watched the Sumo Salon where Takakeisho spoke of wanting to raise up the first pure pusher thruster Yokozuna. Now, I'm not saying Wakanosho's that good. I don't know that he is. But the campaign begins today.
Yep, this is the first opportunity.
Our first opportunity to see how this goes. And honestly, I mean, Minatogawa has not been an Oyakata that long. So it's a little bit encouraging that we have our first debut in the top division. Takanosho's doing better. So I'd like to believe it's telling the story of behind the scenes. I did hear some quote from Wakanosho speaking about really wanting to represent his master well.
Nice.
And I love that. I'm like, oh,
playing to you.
You're going to be my favorite. Oh. And luckily, I don't have to worry about you and Hoshoryu for a long time.
Yeah.
But I saw some...
Maybe not that long.
I know. I saw some chest lending situations with Wakanosho and Hoshoryu, so at least they're acquainted. And yeah.
So something to keep in mind is back-to-back Juryo wins from this guy. So looking at this a little bit more objectively, I'm a big Takakeisho fan too, and I would love to see how happy this would make you to at least get him to sign Yakuza, let alone everything else. So got the Juryo U show, was in the contention for the U show, and this Tsukidaki Oshidashi, look at this preference for pusher thruster.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I've only seen a couple of his matches ever, but it seems like he has the pedigree. It seems like he has talent.
We find, I mean, even that stable in general, so much went wrong while Takakeisho was a wrestler. A couple guys quit, the Takanoiwa thing. Then there was the Takegenji thing. They had the 2 brothers. The stable has not been bringing new talent up. It was Takanosho and Takakeisho, and that's it. So even that makes it exciting to finally see somebody new coming out. Now, granted, is Minatogawa versus... I can't remember what the stable was before. That's another part that makes this exciting is that we really haven't had an opportunity to see a new pusher thruster from the pusher thruster.
Yep. So this is the first chance, and we're seeing, we have Goedo who has Gonoyama.
Yep.
Kisano Sato who has Onosato. So we're seeing the second generation for us, which has been interesting. And so now
we have to follow katas as well as the wrestlers.
Well, it'll be easy for us because we'll be like, you're my guy.
Uh-huh.
Whenever Hokuto Fuji gets somebody in the top division, you'll be hearing from me.
I heard something about him doing a live stream the other day.
Yeah.
I have to track that down.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have to track that down.
So all eyes will be on Wakanosho. And now we do talk about the gulf between Juryo and the top division, but I think in his case he'll land pretty safely.
Yes.
Not a concern. So
just to put a damper on all of this for just a second, top division and Juryo are different.
Uh-huh. It's always a qualify. It's always the big asterisk.
Yeah, he could have a terrible tournament. I hope not. But it could happen. So let's hope that Minatagawa has prepared him appropriately, and maybe he surprises everybody that he's fighting, and it'll be really exciting.
It'll be exciting either way.
I know. I'm going to be like, yay!
Yes. Hype. The hype train is back.
The hype is back. I haven't been this happy in a long time. If I could get like a Waka no show, well, we'll get into that.
We'll get there.
I almost said it.
Don't say it yet.
Okay.
Hold it.
Let's get through these last two guys, and then I'll say it. Okay, Ryuden, Maegashira 16 West, up from Juryo 1 East, 9-6. Another guy where you think this is it. And we've been talking about this since 2020. So this isn't just an age thing.
He
this
just
is
holds on. He just holds on.
This is becoming his brand of sumo.
Yeah.
The ping pong of I'm doing great, I'm doing horrible. I'm doing great, I'm doing horrible.
He's in his Chiyomaru phase now that he shows up.
He is in his
he's
Chiyomaru.
like I look at Ryuden as a Juryo wrestler who comes up to the top division.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
And so now he's back up to get his bear traps on people's belts.
And just kind of mess up the days of the new guys.
Yeah, so enjoy him while he's here.
Because he'll be gone again soon.
He'll probably not going to stick around much longer. And we'll see how long he can manage this time.
Yeah,
and it's it. He's when Ryuden has fire in all cylinders. He's fun. He's dominant. He's got terrifying power.
It makes it hard for some of the
hard
guys,
yeah.
Especially down this low. These are the guys that are just finding their way.
So we'll see what he can. See if he can pick something off. Maybe
see if he can knock Fuji-Ryoga out.
Yeah, maybe drag somebody down to Juryo with him.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
you were coming with me.
So finally, Fuji-Ryoga maintains the rank. This was one of the what will happen scenarios. 7-8 on that 17. He hangs on for dear life. Because Juryo wasn't that good.
He was really saved by Juryo being a bunch of stinkers.
And in the last couple years, Juryo's had a lot of good prospects. So, yeah, he needs to take advantage of this second chance. He might do better. I mean, 7-8 is not a disaster.
Not a disaster. And he did have that sort of raw talent, uncut gem kind of feel to him that it looked like he had a lot of potential. Like there's a lot of things that could be going on, but it's just top division was a little bit too much for him. So another example of like, just give him some time. Give him some time.
He barely had a chance to breathe.
So it'll be interesting in May to see how well he adapts. Because it did like between one tournament, you're not going to do too much differently. So it's just like, is he able to absorb the pressure? Is he able to, make whatever improvements he can to turn his fortunes around?
Could he gut out one match? Like, can he fight just a little bit harder in one match to make a difference?
Yeah. So I think he actually has a top knot now, so no more battle mullet.
Good.
For better or for worse.
That'll help. That's an X factor.
It's an X factor. Maybe it'll help sense of belonging.
Yes.
And I mean, he's somebody who could be a prospect, but for now, he's just somebody who needs to survive.
Right.
So I want to keep an eye on him because he was one of those people who was talked up. And I mean, it's not the first time that a prospect has sort of had difficulties, but like if he's the kind of person who can like absorb and grow, not quite Aonishiki, but like that kind of person, then May could be very different for him.
And we might be saying very different things about him, like excited for him and thinking about all the cool matches he's gonna have.
He was a big dude too. Yeah. I mean, but he needs to prove. He needs to prove. He survived, and now we're on to the next step.
Exactly.
So good luck, Fuji-Ryoga. All right. So Juryo, the big news.
The biggest news.
We are the last people to tell you this big news.
Oh, yeah, Enho is back.
Enho.
So many good things. Enho is finally back in Juryo after this terribly brutal.
Rough. I broke records for like being so far down and back up again. All this.
And now he is going to become eligible for Elder Stock if anything ever comes around. I mean, he'll probably have to fight for a while till something shows up.
Yeah, we don't. Those backroom deals, I have no idea where.
That's a whole other conversation. Yeah. But another interesting thing is that Midori Fuji is supposedly going to fight.
Yeah. So the rumor around the water cooler is that he was able to resolve whatever heart issues he has, or at least get them controlled. So
scary. Scary prospect.
He's down here at Juryo 10.
That's a big drop.
He is 0-15 in a very low rank. So
Yeah. Maybe a long time, if ever, that we see Midori Fuji again.
So like if it is just I was ready to go, but I just had a bum ticker.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still
dicey. Yeah.
still dicey. I feel like if he really did have a problem, they wouldn't let him fight.
You would hope. If it was that dangerous.
I am hoping. Yes.
Yeah.
I hope.
I mean, there's some good doctors in the country.
No cardiac arrest on the dojo, please.
Yeah, it'll kind of ruin sumo forever.
It would.
At least for me.
It'd be a sour note. So, because Midori Fuji, where he was before this happened, was like an M10, M12 kind of a person.
Yeah.
So if you're in Juryo 10, you're gonna wreck. You
should, yeah.
He's gonna get 11, 12 wins.
Yeah, or might win the Juryo Yusho.
Could be. Onokatsu's here. Unfortunately, with his injury, I fully expect him to get double-digit wins and to be back because he got injured. He was not. Otherwise, he was an M6 guy.
Mm-hmm.
Juryo 1? Like, it's going to be him and Midori Fuji fighting for the U show.
Pretty much.
At this point.
Pretty much.
Other people to note in the top 5, Takeru Fuji's making his way back.
Slowly but surely.
Tomokaze and Kitano Waka are people who might be able to make a way back. Poor Hatsuyama may be back for another bullying session if he does well.
Maybe. Sadanoumi not giving up.
Yeah, Sadanoumi not giving up. His rebound has passed. But Juryo 2 and 9 and 6, you're back.
Right.
So there's a few people here. You look at them and you're like, yeah, he can go to the top division. Could be a bumper crop.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to. Who else? Anything else? Kazuma. Kazuma is one of the
new hotness.
The latest new hotness. Juryo 6, I think he'd need to like 11 and 4 it.
Yeah.
So that is the Juryo in the top division.
Yeah. So, wish list and prediction.
Wish list. Kirishima 8 wins. Please.
Solid. My wish list includes Hoshoryu Yusho.
Okay.
And Wakanosho double digits.
Special prize?
Special prize. I want a special prize.
Special prize for Wakanosho. Asanayama, no injury.
Yeah.
Bless.
And an 8 and 7.
Bless. 8 and 7. Pro salt.
Abi doesn't die.
Yes. Speaking about people dying in the ring.
Yeah, no Abi or Midori Fuji dying.
Neither of them die. So are you going... So Hoshoryu winning is on your wish list and not your pick?
Yes. It's on my wish list.
Yep.
My pick is Aonishiki.
I was going to pick Aonishiki. The first time me letting you go first is getting me. Well,
we can both pick them.
I don't.
You don't like that.
I don't like that. We have to pick different people. Also, for the record, there is another wish list for the U show. We will not mention, but as always,
we can never say. We have circles.
So, who do I go for? I got to go for somebody a little nuts. I'm gonna do Atamifuji for the U show.
I like it.
Absolutely says Sakiwaki won, no big deal.
I like it. We know he can beat Hoshoryu.
He can beat.
He can beat all these guys.
He can.
He is capable.
He's capable. I might have put a hex on him. Sorry, Atamifuji.
It'd be funny though if Wakanosho and Atamifuji, like Wakanosho did good enough that he has to face Atamifuji, and then it would be just a full circle moment. Wakanosho and Atamifuji righting the wrongs of the past.
Oh yes, I see what you mean.
Yes, I don't even want to speak about it because I don't want the topic to come up again. So guys, thank you for joining us as always. We will have live streams in week 2 and we'll talk about the matches and the nonsense because I like nonsense.
Sunday, week from, well, I'd say a week from today. This is going to come out during the week. So the 10th is the first day of the May tournament.
Mother's Day.
Yes. Mother's Day present from Japan is sumo.
Yeah, it's pretty wonderful.
Happy Mother's Day to anybody who's a mother who's listening to this.
Yes, absolutely. And enjoy your sumo.
Enjoy the sumo. And yeah, we'll be back.
All right. Later.